All right, my gamers. Hope you all had a fantastic afternoon so far, because now it's time to watch nothing but your favorite two fighting game characters, Nago and Baiken, duke it out till eternity. If this is your first time, and even if it's not, welcome to the cast. We are Bounty Hunters, a first to 7 show match event for Guilty Gear Strive, featuring not just shiniest stars under the sky, but basically players from all skill levels from mostly, but not limited to, the EMEA region. So grab your favorite beverage of choice and strap in, because for the next couple of hours we'll run through 7 matchups of straight Guilty Gear action, guided by the voices of yours truly, as well as Lerkuss from the Portuguese FGC. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me. As always a pleasure. And today, we have a very interesting card.
Yeah, I would certainly say this Sunday's roster is somewhat of a meta card. Lots of representation from everyone's favorite solid competitive character, Nago, as well as lots of Baiken, who arguably was one of the winners for Season 2 initial patch.
Absolutely. We're still missing Ramlethals and Happy Chaoses participating in Bounty Hunters.
Is like Ram, we do have some Rams here and there, but it's usually like at the intermediate or rookie brackets. It's kind of like I guess the top level Rams are too busy playing tournaments and winning that cash, huh?
Yeah, like there's the classic meme with Tiger Pop, the popular Happy Chaos player, who they say just comes in, wins 7-3 matchups, collects prize money, and leaves. So
yeah,
not the attitude you'd expect to see in Bounty Hunters, but not that Tiger Pop himself actually plays like that. It's just the trash talk of the community.
I think there's like an interesting story behind Tiger Pop, as I've portrayed the situation. Of course, I'm not the best when it comes to knowing the lore of the EMEA scene, but yeah, it's definitely something. But yeah, we've seen people shift to Baiken more aggressively as well. For example, our former Jacko specialist, actually 2 specialists, or well, maybe you shouldn't say former, because both of these fellas certainly can still pilot the character. But nevertheless, both Deknud and Gamma are here today with Baikens instead of whatever characters they ran in the past. And I think Deknud has been making the shift for a while, but Gamma Baiken was like a really big surprise to me personally.
Yeah, Gamma has been. It is Gamma who's been swapping characters. I'm not confused. It was Gamma that last week showed up on an Anji versus Deknud. Yes, that was it. I'm here just going off of the top of my head. I forgot to note it down, but yeah, no. Seeing some character experimentation there, always good. Even if you end up not getting a new main or secondary, picking up different characters from time to time really helps you out. Just learning the game more, becoming more knowledgeable, and making you overall a better player.
Yeah, and also prevents you from getting stuck. It's like the mental trap of just getting into. It's really hard to explain, and some players do arrive to that in various different ways. But if you keep playing the same character, and if you are unwilling to experiment, if you basically get locked into the same mind loop, same gameplay loop, you can feel kind of lost when you reach a plateau of sorts in your journey. But jumping characters can give you something new and fresh to think about, to prevent you from necessarily falling into the same thought patterns over and over again.
Yeah, and especially because when you get to higher levels of play, it's really hard to kind of break through sometimes. And different people arrive at the breakthrough in different ways, and for some people, just playing something different and getting that sort of mental reset is what they need to move forward.
Yeah, as well as just like you said, it's just a good idea to play with a lot of characters. There's nobody ever said that you should just get married to one character, even though historically Guilty Gear has been that game. It's kind of hard to pilot if you don't marry a character. But then again, Strive is sort of a deviation from that formula, I guess, a little bit. In this game, you can definitely play much more than one character and still play those characters in high level as well.
Yeah, there's a very notorious figure in the Portuguese community who people say in Strive just picks up any character, plays them for like 2 weeks, gets really good at them, thrashes everyone in the local scene, and then just drops the character and goes to the next thing.
And that's kind of a story with a lot of these strong players. And that's I guess how it should go. If you're a fundamentally strong player, then the fundamentals should carry between not just characters but also games. And it tends to be these same players who between games tend to be at the top over and over and over again, and that's not a coincidence at all.
Yeah, I noticed because I watched some DNF being played because I was curious about the game. I ended up not buying it. It's quite a big investment right now for how I feel like the game is for me personally as a player. But it was interesting to see a lot of familiar names from the EMEA community just do well in DNF, and it just makes a lot of sense. It's a new game, but all of these people that have been grinding something else can come in and just sort of have the advantage of, in recent times, being big grinders, big tournament grinders that put a lot of work into being better at it.
Yeah. Speaking of people who put in work, so we're approaching today's event in an interesting order. We had a lot of top-end players requiring early slots, so the first one of tonight could as well be main event of the evening if it was in different order. So Deknud, Baiken versus Jalis Nago. Deknud, a man of many characters, obviously, a ridiculously talented player, giving us another glimpse into their Baiken for the second time, I think. And here's the crazy thing, their first Baiken match on screen on Bounty Hunters was Elite Zato, I believe, who's easily part of the upper echelon of players in Finland. And I think Deknud hasn't even piloted Baiken for that long. So that really goes to show how crazy it's gonna be. And they pretty much in that matchup against Elite, they took it very convincingly. They were in control for pretty much the most of the matchup, I would say. So, so yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder. Speaking of Elite as a player, it's been a couple weeks since we've seen them after the big kind of grind month that they had coming into Strive. I do wonder. Do you know at all if they're playing, if they're getting ready, if they're gonna come back, with a massive level up and just show off on the stream? Do you have any information about that?
No.
I'm curious. I miss seeing Elite. I miss seeing some good Zato on Bounty Hunters because I love Zato.
Yeah, not just the Zato, but Elite as a player has been a solid classic OG. Well, I shouldn't probably say OG because I guess if you want to be OG, you should have played ACPR and whatnot, or at least
should have played Missing Link.
Yeah, but Elite has always delivered. Period. I'm not sure if they're gonna be back soon or not, but I certainly share the same sentiment as you. So here's to hoping. But for Deknud's opponent today, so Jalis Nagoryuki, a Finnish Nago player, in my opinion, one of the crucial strengths when it comes to, competitive fighting games is Jalis's ability to be in these high-stakes events, he just somehow seems to always remain cold and in control, showing basically no signs of stress, no pressure, nothing of that sort. It just, you know, feels like they're almost a perfect kind of tournament player, which really, you know, it kind of makes sense because I think Jalis so far has been taking almost every single offline tournament in Finland so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, but most of them, I think.
Interesting. I was about to say, because until you said it, offline tournament specifically, that I don't actually see Jalis's name around that much. I've been more on top of the Strive scene here in Europe before, but yeah, no, I've been kind of I've not been able to see Jalis play much outside of Bounty Hunters, so I'm excited to always see, you know, how they do against someone who has a more established name in the online community that I know, and you know, that being Deknud. So I'm interested. It's gonna be hopefully a good match. I think the players are here, ready, ready to hop onto the station.
Yeah, Jalis said Shady won the last one. I only got second.
Yeah. Only got second. Wow.
But also
that shows the mindset. The mindset of someone who is always wanting to be kind of the step above and continuing to improve. That you see that right there in that statement.
It's no shame to, you know, kind of know where you're at. And speaking of where they're at, if you haven't seen Jalis for a while on Strive front, they've been taking tournaments left and right on DNF, so yep.
Honestly, DNF is such a fun game to watch. At least I still don't know how much it is to play, but to watch, hilarious game.
Yeah, I've been a little scared about that game. It's like, if I invest emotionally in that game, am I gonna, you know, feel certain ways after that time investment? But like you said, it does seem like, in a good way, the OG kind of kusoge, which is something that a lot of us have been, you know, yearning for, like more crazy stuff, especially like Guilty Gear players, because if you come from like ACPR or Exert, you probably remember the crazy times, but then, you know, Strive is a little more tuned down, so if you're longing for the good old days, then DNF might be something, you know, that just suits you really well.
Well, you know, I was doing the Guilty Gear Strive survey today, and they said, oh, what are some things that you want added in the future? And I put in IKs, because honestly, I think IKs in Strive would be hilarious. Then I remembered, you know, Ramlathal's already in the game. If I want an IK, I can pick her in the character selection.
Alright, but it is time to rock Deknud, the German multi-talent, Jalis, the current king, or close to being the current king of the offline scene in Finland. I guess if, you know, if it's quantity, Jalis probably takes the cake, but it's time to see what champions are made of.
Yeah, at a very even level 1000, Deknud's for a new character pickup, or relatively new character pickup, already has put in some definite hours in. Jalis immediately managing to get the Beyblade counter hit. Solid starter, bringing Deknud onto the corner.
Wow, a lot of
manages a daring escape.
A lot of medias missed right off the bat by Jalis, but I take a couple of seconds to shake off the DNF rust and get into the groove for Strive, huh?
Speaking of rust, the unfortunate drop on the dust combo, leaving Jalis alive. I think that was a guaranteed kill at that point.
You know, there were so many dropped inputs, dropped things for Jalis in that round. I'm surprised that it was as close as it was.
This really is the first round of a day, of any event in the day.
Oh, he's gonna pop though. Yeah, Deknud noticed.
Yeah, solid, realization. Yeah, this time getting the redemption, landing the combo, going for the TK Yosansen, but missing it, and
oh, again, miss on the meaty.
Wire C is gonna allow Jalis to have an opportunity to strike. And look at that. Oh, apologies. On one life, trying to make the dreams happen. The gun super finds a hit in.
Jalis wasn't too far from actually stealing that round. He was super close to popping the second time. That's kind of Jalis's trademark features. Oh, nice bait!
Oh, very solid, and now Deknud's just back to the corner, stuck there against a Nagoriyuki that's just hitting you with the sword, zoning out with those disjointed buttons.
Yeah, we see Jalis going nuts from time to time, but he can definitely shift gears and play like this as well when necessary. Look at this. Deknud just hasn't been able to move for like good 10 seconds or more.
Oh, and now caught? Yeah, caught on the attempted escape. Jalis just punishes and gets the round off of it. Actually playing really smartly there, just getting themselves to level 3 blood and then zoning out with a disjointed heavy slash normals.
Yeah, and it's
not
not
the best thing to do as Nago in a lot of matchups.
Yeah, and it's not like, you know, Dek wouldn't wanna do anything, but when you see that opponent posturing defensively, smart player with a strong character, it's not like
instant
you can
block with the Yosemsen and then punish.
Oh, that's so much blood.
Yeah, that's when you hit the command grab, you just get to go full blown special mode.
Yeah, Dek had pretty good reads on couple first command grabs, so. And Jalis is definitely a momentum player, and this is oh no, but everybody's favorite tool. Hukyo able to cancel off even special, such a nice bait tool. And you're going for a ride.
Yeah, going into the super, that's gonna allow Jalis to have so much more blood meter available to build up. So all of those individual hits lower down the gauge after you go through the wall.
That's definitely a momentum breaker there, using that parry, showing that for the first time, not letting Jalis go for the free meaty.
Oh, unfortunately, I think I was just stuck in the drift forward.
Yeah, I think
couldn't block the projectile super.
I'm pretty sure you should be able to block, but I think Jalis might have chosen to try to throw there, because you do drift fairly far, you know, without the opponent being able to do anything during that.
That 2S finding a counter hit, but Deknud unable to keep anything going after it gets interrupted by Jalis, who also gets a drop. Finds another hit and now into the pressure.
Oh, I think that was a bait. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And anything will do.
A solid 5k. There it is.
Give them the boot. Oh, catching the backdash.
Oh, the very edge of the Beyblade. God. Finding a hit.
Why does it do so much? Why does it reach so far? Look at that, Jalis. Completely ready. Takes the burst. Oh my god, Jalis. You're robbing this guy of everything. Still
just into the grab. Finds the perfect round to get the second point.
It's crazy how you remember the first game, how Deknud took that fairly convincingly, then just Jalis completely reverses the momentum and shows us games like this.
Yeah, I think. Oh, is this just on my side? No, everything. Oh, I'm getting some lag. Hopefully, it's just on my side. But yeah, just I think Deknud is simply having a bit of trouble keeping up with the pace that Jalis is setting right now, using blood so effectively in the build-up, and then knowing when to either just allow themselves to pop or just go for that blood-sucking universe and recovering the whole meter to do anything with.
But Jalis, look how many fucks he gives. He's probably actually gonna reverse it. Yes, indeed, and now you have fools!
With the Kabari actually preventing the wall stick from happening, I think, at that point. Solid backdash on the command grab. Good realization from Deknud.
Oh, but the jump slash was already there. I think Jalis might have tried to go for a 6P there, trying to squeeze under, but no dice. That jump slash from Viking hits so far, so deep.
Look at this bar buildup that Jalis is already at. just, you know, under 10 seconds into the round, one super away from one special away from popping already.
Oh,
And now,
that's
actually going for it, but hoping to beat Deknud before anything could happen, before any punishes. And now Deknud gets the advantage, but the time stop allows Jalis to reset, go back to neutral, and win an interaction, taking Deknud all the way to the other side of the screen.
I kind of like that.
6H on the wall break.
So Jalis didn't have the 50 meter to finish there, I think. So chose to drop that combo purposely and go into another advantageous, you know, RPS in the corner. Really smart.
Oh, where's the Nago? The Nago's getting hit by the gun super, and so close to popping. Jalis just stands still. There's a little bit of a standoff with Deknud, just waiting to see if Jalis was going to pop Blood Rage or not.
Ooh, this is gonna win. Based on what we've seen so far, I think the most important, you know, RPS is gonna be Deknud's ability to predict when the command crabs are coming in. Because if Jalis gets that command crab, all the rounds after that have been brutal Jalis domination. So it's imperative that Dek manage to dodge as many of those as possible.
Yeah, and Nagoriyuki has the sin mechanic of really good specials that can be cancelled to and from anything, but you have a limited amount of uses for them. But obviously, when you get the Bloodsuck Universal, for that little bit, you can use as many specials as you want with no repercussion whatsoever. And yeah, turns out when you're allowed to do that, it's pretty good.
Jalis sitting on that 50 meter. The plus frames from the Escobari. And there's the burst. Yes!
Face. Oh, just one hit away from ending. Gets the frame trap with the follow-up on Kabari.
Yeah, that was a tricky situation. Jalis did have the meter, the resources to make plays, but you have to make plays in such a small fraction of amount of time.
I was about to ask, what if Sin had any mechanic, you know, what if for 5 seconds you get infinite calories? What kind of stupid stuff could Sin have done?
I mean, that would be guaranteed full risk build up without the opponent being able to do anything about it, so that would be kinda nutty.
Because that's basically what Nago gets with Bloodsuck Universe.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Nago still does sort of pay the price afterwards, but because you're... Oh my god, that was actually great! Ooh, able to mash the super between the cancel!
That's a true samurai's reaction speed. Getting the showdown there.
Nice, watches the forward dash.
Solid punish with a far slash. Reaches just far enough. The neutral mindfulness that Deknud is having on this matchup is great. Solid combo with the jump dust. Fortunately for Jalis, has enough time to go and block the super.
Oh, that was actually on time still. The too heavy, so slow to start up, but so many things happening.
Deknud actually going for the aggressive burst at the round end, going for the win, and it pays off. Equaling out the score 3-3.
That blocked 5D was pretty dangerous for Deknud, but Jalis not able to grasp momentum after that. Maybe not fully ready to take it. Super early burst here.
If that was last patch, that burst would have been baited by the 2H. Oh, and the parry, Jalis just relaxes, realizes the opportunity, goes for the Blood Rage setup, throwing Deknud far high up enough to not be in a disadvantage.
I'm pretty sure Jalis has been looking for that so far, but has missed it a couple of times in the corner. That's why he's been popping.
It's really difficult to get the setup going, especially when it's not off of round start. being able to realize that you can do a combo that's gonna set up the Blood Rage for you to do some funky stuff.
Yeah.
Especially after they made the Blood Gauge take a bit longer to... Ooh, this is... Oh no, it gets punished by the Kabari!
I wonder, because the Escabari is so slow, was that because it whiffed? I wonder if Deck went for a heavy version, if that would have actually scored a hit there for Jalis.
I'm actually not sure. Oh my god, the two-way finds a hit, and that's a big one, but solid backstep on the Bloodsucking Universe into the kill.
Oof, close call. Oh, I like that.
Sansen. Now it's been Deknud's time to be kind of on the driver's seat, putting Jalis into the corner. After, you know, those first few matches where Jalis was pulling ahead and putting a lot of pressure in.
Oh, he's perfectly ready to react. This is gonna deal a lot of damage. Oh, is that gonna be a kill? Not quite.
Oh no, doesn't get the final hit.
That was basically 50-meter wasted.
The clash. Can that have been intentional? Clashing the 6P into the Kabari to find the cancel and get a punish onto Deknud, and then going for the big combo that basically secured the round. That was incredible.
That was interesting sequence from the 5D though. Did Jalis have burst there? Oh my god, the DP hit from basically half screen away. Don't extend into it, please. The jump slash activates faster than Jalis can pull out a anti-air. Oh!
Goes a bit too close just as Jalis was about to pop.
And Jalis will happily take this.
Yeah. If you get the Blood Rage without being punished, you're winning. Even if you don't get anything inside of the Blood Rage, that's...
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, but it's strangely so. You know, resetting your resources, if you don't get killed, or if you don't give opponent the pressure afterwards, it might actually be worth the health. Now Deck trying to fight for the even position once again. See what Jalis has to say. What a good trade!
Oh,
luckily for Deck.
Unfortunate trade for Deck, and now getting hit by the Bloodsucking Universe, but yet the parry afterwards, which allows Deknud to start running an offense and forces the YRC out.
Again, this reaction, Deknud. For this 50-meter, gets to keep their pressure somewhat. Not the best setup, because that does knock your opponent pretty far away. Good 6P and the
6P and the first bait. How far is this gonna go? And oh no! Catches a backdash!
Naughty Jalis! That's the most Jalis play I've ever seen. Catching the backdash with Blood Rage. I think Deknud, in the heat of the moment, didn't realize that Jalis was going over. Alright, good check. Now, Beyblade on block, I think, is it minus now?
Beyblade on block is -3, but if you can cancel it into other specials, try and play around with what's going on, and sort of create difficult situations for your opponents anyways.
There might have been a misinput there. Deknud wanted to finish with a super, now Jalis still has a chance, but the trade in Deknud's favor. Ooh, don't let your opponent live like that. That was very dangerous, especially if your opponent is Nagoriyuki. Luckily for Deknud, bring it even for each. Looking for a little bit of a whiff punish. Not the easiest whiff punish on this matchup for Bike, and even if, you know, heavy buttons from Nago recover from quite a while. Oh, nice parry. Makes the burst, no punish though. Oh, where you go? Wait!
Oh, hello?
The physics, how do they work? I think that was 2 cross-ups within one combo. Never seen anything like that. Welcome to Guilty Gear.
Yeah, and by the way, it looked like it. I think Jalis hasn't either, and just kind of adapted on the fly because of the Escabari being attached. And yeah, that was still really good. Still managed to get a round afterwards, so, you know, we take those. Now Jalis is at very high blood still.
Oh wow, a little too
solid
early.
6 speed beating the 5k attempt from Jalis.
We shouldn't say it's over yet until Deknud got that hit. Yeah, it's like, even if you have 60% life left, that's basically 1 or 2 good hits for Nagoriyuki. Speaking of good hits, I guess that wasn't one. Jalis wasn't able to connect with that bar slash, and now Deknud pushing their advantage, plus frames of the Escabare. Oh wow! The air button a little too slow to come out, but Jalis doesn't give a shit. Get in there. Oh, so smart from both players! They know the throw RPS, both willing to deposit 50 meter to come out of this exchange. Advantageous. That still has 50 meter, doesn't spend it, spends it here. Jalis doesn't even have to spend that burst. Oh my goodness.
What a set to start us off, though. Look at how close it's being, how back and forth it continues being. These players keep adapting to one another. Oh no, round start DP. Oh.
That wasn't quite a pop.
It's not, but it's certainly the danger zone for Deknud especially, who's getting hit by these massive hits.
Oh, good read. Deknud taking the skies. Reads the low poke.
Oh, unfortunately, you can't just really wake up parry, because you're liable to get hit by that command grab. Give Jalis a lot of advantage.
Again, the jump slash just seems to come out.
Air-to-air pickup.
Oh.
It's quite a bit of damage, but Jalis managed to find the grab.
Switch side from the front. Jalis, oh my god, the spacing there! Stopping just outside of the throw range. No 50 meter to finish, but his life.
Yeah, that's so much damage. It's very difficult for Deknud. And the DP off of the screen reset just gets the hit once again.
You know, that was one of the nuttiest plays that Deknud could have played. That DP round start, I don't think a lot of characters get to challenge that. It's kind of like, you know, you take a big counter hit to the face or you respect it.
Yeah, most characters just don't have a button that beats it, which is why Nagoriyuki, Nagoriyuki players feel free to just throw it out so much.
Yeah, albeit it does, if your opponent is walking back, it's gonna spend that almost 1 bar of blood, but, you know, resources, they're meant to be used.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be very important for Deknud.
Solid grab on the attempted Fukyo forward close slash. It is still a relatively slow sequence, so if you can call out the Fukyo forward at you should be able to grab it in most situations. Solid hit with a 5D, not fully charged, so doesn't get the whole combo out of it.
2S, not
yeah,
fast
getting hit by the Beyblade there is not something that you want to be seeing for yourself. Jalis just barely not popping.
Oh, that was so smart!
Going for the super to prevent the burst. Was that a little teabag for the super?
I don't know, the whole sequence was pretty weird. I think one of the hits from Sanzu actually missed there. So being...
Yeah, the second one hit, but the wall bounce allowed the third hit to still get in. Not wall, ground bounce, rather.
Alright, that's not gonna be a safe pop this time around, not close enough.
Yeah, it didn't hit Deknud in a way which would throw them up.
Oh no!
Double pop?
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. Jalis was going for the kill and would have had it as well, but I think ended up just, you know, the timing of the specials into each other ended up bouncing Dek out of that finishing combo. And now, very good opportunity for Deknud to bring this even and challenge for the set win.
Yeah, just one little bit of health away, but Jalis is able to find a way out. Never mind, the parry comes in to throw Jalis back into the corner and through the wall into a final game of the set.
I can't believe it. Deknud, how are you so brave? Just, you know, they've been challenging that Beyblade cancel with so many other things, so many things like supers, the parries. They just don't let Jalis rock with that for free.
I feel like that is the correct play, though. I think Deknud just has the knowledge of what you need to do there, because if you allow yourself to give Nagoriyuki these slight gaps in the pressure, you're never gonna defeat the matchup. It's a tough one. Solid counter, giving I was about to say giving Deknud a chance to work for the round win still, but takes one, and now Jalis is on set point.
We're gonna see another nutty round. Oh, that's a good trade for Jalis! In the corner.
Yeah, already getting the health advantage, pushing it, going for the 5D.
Right, Dek having an opportunity here. But as the burst, Jalis, I think, baiting both players with so many resources.
Oh, Deknud here playing with fire, playing the aggression game, getting really close, equaling out the health disadvantage that they had almost, but, you know, still has a little bit to go, and Jalis just is that tiny health bar away from winning the set, but the goal burst does not get punished.
Was that?
And Deknud goes into final round.
Regardless, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big disadvantage here, and Jalis catching with a close slash.
Jalis did not enjoy that sequence, did not enjoy Deknud's comeback, and now puts in the pain, dealing half of their health. And Rygand punished by the 6P cross-up. Wall is going to get broken.
Alright, small
now,
loss for...
Both players just playing slowly, but Jalis just gets a massive 5H counter hit.
So many resources. Oh my god, it's one super. Could be to take it all. And Jalis with the pressure, finds the frame trap! 5P into 5K! Jalis somehow, through twists and turns, comes out victorious here. But Jesus Christ, what a set!
What a set to get us started.
I mean, I knew Deknud was probably pretty close to be able to, you know, battle it toe-to-toe with Jalis, but I never expected something like this. It's, like we said, like we've been saying, it's still fairly early for Deknud on bike, and you know, Jalis has been playing on this character forever, and still going toe-to-toe. God damn. I am thoroughly satisfied with that set. What a set to start the evening with.
That was insane. I was on the edge of my seat. It forced me to wake up even more than the coffee I had just before we started commentating. That was sick.
All right, next up, a little change of pace here. So we've been trying to make Frinky's match happen for quite a few weeks now, and you know, finally we have potentially got a suitable opponent to match. Not just that, you know, the fact that it can be fairly hard to match people from Middle East with people from northern and western parts of Europe, but also being able to find a good match for their skill level as well. And you know, to tell you the truth, this is still a bit of a wild card match. This is basically the first time that Gamma appears on bike and on public events. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. But they are still fundamentally very high-level competitor, and you know what they say about, you know, the transference of fundamentals between characters and games.
Yeah. And especially, it's just a typical thing of what we were talking about earlier. The more characters you are comfortable picking up, the more familiar you are going to be when on your mains, on your other characters, you end up messing about with or against those characters that you have played yourself, right?
Yeah.
It gives a very real advantage to it all.
But if we strictly look at the numbers from third-party features, then it would appear that these guys are somewhat even. But you know, it's basically first time in a way for both of these guys to show what they have. I for one have no idea what's gonna happen. At least we were able to find a player who's close enough to Iraq to be able to match against Frinky, because Gamma is currently in Cyprus once again. And supposedly,
yeah, exactly. It's not as big of a distance as other matchups we have seen here before, and we have to always kind of just be happy that rollback implementation allow us to see these matchups happening, see these players who typically wouldn't have the chance to play and be featured in these events. Actually get to show up and show what they're made of.
Yeah, bless rollback. When's rollback for Exert though?
Soon, Copium, soon. I was actually talking about Exert today earlier. Just, yeah, what a game! What a funny game.
So
I think we're likely to see some sort of implementation of rollback into Exert. Just not until Strive has earned all of the money it kind of has to earn for Arc System works. I feel like it would be one of those decisions where they would wait until more time has passed and the kind of revenue sort of evens out a bit, which is kind of a shame to think that such a feature that would just make a lot of people happy and make a lot of people be able to enjoy an older game that they kind of have less access to now is locked behind a business plan, Yeah.
Right, so we got Frinky in the lobby. We still need Gamma. I think. All right, Gamma said that they were gonna spin by the grocery store when the first matchup was starting. I wonder if they're back yet. We could potentially play fecian versus ZoKHiZ first.
Oh no, the Nagoriyuki Baiken sandwich would not be true. But
the sandwich.
The sandwich in the card. Where we have Nago Baiken, Nago. What a trip today. ZoKHiZ picked up after being dissatisfied with Leo on the patch. Picked up the Nagoriyuki and seemed to do really well on the first little bits. And I have not seen them on it for a bit now. I've not been able to catch ZoKHiZ playing anywhere. So I'm excited to see how far they've come with the new character pickup. Is fecian available?
Finding that out as we speak. ZoKHiZ is in the lobby already. Fecian, let's see if we have Signs of Life. We do. All right, let's rock with that one first then.
Nice. This is bound to be an interesting matchup as well, Getting the one-shot character of the game against the set play character that very easily gets one shot, but can, you know, dish out a lot of damage and risk as well. Is bound to be funny to see.
Yeah, it's like both characters definitely have their own kind of niche or their very own style of play. This is potentially one of those matchups where if you manage to put Nago relatively high on blood, theoretically Jacko should have a pretty decent control of the flow. And, you know, I think Nago buttons are not the best for sniping incoming minions, so there's that, but, you know, there's always the Nago factor. If you get in, if you land anything on hit, it's really tough for Jacko to get out of that after. And it starts spiraling out of control very fast. These couple of touches, you all know it. It's Nagoriyuki.
I don't know who just dropped the Portuguese ZoKHiZ, the Portuguese ZoKHiZ copy pasta, but I appreciate it.
Wish I knew what that says. That seems pretty good.
For the blind man, ZoKHiZ is the light. For the hungry man, ZoKHiZ is the bread. For the thirsty man, ZoKHiZ is the fountain. For the sick man, ZoKHiZ is the cure. For the prisoner, ZoKHiZ is freedom.
That's so on point, because ZoKHiZ always being, you know, the big body player in almost all fighting games. They do seem to be the, like, you know, the steady people's champion in pretty much every game. See how much, you know, they are able to maintain that state after switching to Nago. Because all my homies hate Nago, right?
But everyone loves ZoKHiZ. I mean, I have a big appreciation for ZoKHiZ, who even while still playing Leo, just kind of reached out when I was saying I didn't know what to do with, and gave me just this 2-hour-long masterclass on how to deal with what Leo is doing, what the game plan is typically for Leo players. But, you know, speaking of things you just gotta deal with, look at this pressure that fecian was putting on through getting the perfect round. You know, after putting ZoKHiZ in the corner, there was just nothing that they could do to get out.
Yeah, one of the sort of tips you get a lot of the time from Jacko players, if you get put in the corner, please make sure that you have burst or YRC, because otherwise you're not gonna do much there. But the other could also be true in certain ways. Now fecian finding it, not too tricky to get out of that situation, I guess. The minion gets there in time before the clone hits.
And look at that, look at this full screen pressure just with these attack commands. Putting, unfortunately the 5D is just a little bit too far, but putting in the pain with those minions in the corner, and the mash gets baited.
And there was a lot of meter to keep the momentum. ZoKHiZ throwing all of their resources at fecian, but still not able to get the advantage, the block string.
Knows the gap, grabs it, and goes down. As expected from, you know, the knowledge-based player that ZoKHiZ is, just having that realization on point, waiting for it, and then just getting the grab or the round win.
The glimpses of the good old grappler player knows when to throw, huh? Oh, both players just firing that burst immediately. And now ZoKHiZ will potentially, that was very, very brave, attacking that red minion. Yeah, again.
3 bars of minion meter in the corner. ZoKHiZ actually able to deal with the little dude and get out momentarily. But, you know, fecian just controlling space, making the most, and look at this, just refreshing. Gets YRC. And there we go. Okay, ZoKHiZ is out of the corner. Very low on health.
Yeah, chasing a little too aggressively there. Looking for potentially last hit. The far slash sequence ends up missing, and now ZoKHiZ has to take this pressure very early to the round, so no meter to speak of for ZoKHiZ. Might have to go for the burst instead. Yeah, fecian. Oh my goodness, ZoKHiZ How are you finding all of those holes? And now the roles have been reversed. Oh my god, speaking of good throws.
Speaking of good throws, speaking of the realization on the gap, just getting that grab in, and now fecian just needs to maintain the pressure going.
Oh, that was really good on... Oh no! When did they spend that blood?
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. Just an unfortunate situation. I think the blood just wasn't going down by how much ZoKHiZ was being forced into the block string, into the defensive position without being able to kind of do any sort of normal to help it go down.
Alright, but one apiece. Now ZoKHiZ misfiring a burst, but completely whiffing the punish fecian. Still has the position. Zok, 0 burst, 0 meter. This is, this is fecian's time to go. Zok is not gonna wake up out of this unless fecian somehow breaks the wall. But now, even though they do, there's just so little health for Zok left.
Yeah, especially when you're putting yourself in danger of popping again. Yeah, it's very difficult to get past.
We talk about
Jackal playing very defensively.
Right, we talk about the health just being cosmetic, but Jacko is one of those, probably one of the hardest characters to get past without taking any chip damage.
Especially when they play the very zoning game, keeping minions as far away from yourself as possible, just hitting the opponent. Those can even do a really respectable amount of chip damage as you're trying to go in.
Oh, okay, misfire on the jump D. fecian didn't commit into that, but Zok still.
The burst works out. fecian was very much in danger of being, at the very least, very close to death. Oh, solitary command.
This time, blue, those ZoKHiZ can't actually poke. So safe play. Yeah.
Try to go for a disjointed poke there to go through the minions into Jacko, but unfortunately just too low health.
I guess that was theoretically a good timing because the blue buff just expired, but that time fecian was, making it not have, gaps, I guess. Ooh. Alright, Zok out of the corner. But at what cost? We've spent our burst and now into the other one. Yeah, again, this tricky situation. And I think that should be enough.
Can this just kill? Yeah, it is Nagoriyuki, but it is also Elysian Drive. Yeah, really solid round from fecian. fecian just playing this very dominantly, kind of making the most of those Jacko buffs to be going earlier than you typically expect before for these big setups.
But following that good Jacko round with, textbook Nago play, when you have low blood...
Oh no, the YRC does not destroying the minions.
Is that gonna hit that high? Oh, I guess it does.
Apparently it does. So much damage, it equals out the health disparity, more or less, since that health bar from Nago is a different one.
So we'll have to be thinking about the burst. Yeah, fecian also aware of that fact. So much meter.
This is gold burst, but unfortunately, having to pop there was just not optimal. is the best way to put it.
Damn, that round start looked so good for ZoKHiZ because ZoKHiZ played it perfectly. Basically, when you are low on blood, you do have a couple of opportunities for sniping Jacko that Clone is actually, I think, pretty decent at going through a lot of Jacko stuff. Oh, but is it in this patch though? Because they did change the minions, that they're gonna go through a lot of stuff like very efficiently. I'm not actually sure.
Solid back dash into a grab, putting ZoKHiZ in that difficult position, getting the install, getting the install super, baiting the reversal, and now just all the meter in the world to just be doing. Look at this chip damage. Look at this real damage.
All right, let's see how much of a you know, aesthetic factor the life is here. Again, it's ZoKHiZ. That one hit, only one minion command.
The backstabbing minion.
You know, that's what I hate about the Jacko matchup the most. You think you have left the minion behind, but then the attack command comes in and the minion just catches you from behind.
Especially because the minions can't go on screen, you know, you can get some really good corner, just movement towards the corner, and the minions will just kind of follow the edge of the screen, so they will be closer to you than you might expect.
ZoK still with the bonus on both of their resource gauges.
Ooh, the block just barely, yeah. I have to say, the block's just barely keeping fecian alive on 1 health, but any stray hit will find its way to
there we go.
Get the round.
Perfectly timed clone. Getting ZoKHiZ. Ooh, hard baits the burst there. Fecian.
And now, yeah, gold burst on Jacko is terrifying, especially if fecian is able to get any sort of setup going. Puts the armor on the minions to just be able to have the, you know, setups that last.
And
goes for the install super.
What do you really do there? Do you challenge or do you just wait it out and try to make the install supers expire? ZoKHiZ choosing violence very successfully. No, needs one more.
Violence, but it's violence that that is thought through. ZoKHiZ now gets grabbed out of Fukio forward.
Right now, potentially fecian is able to establish, yeah, this position. This will be tricky for ZoK. ZoK will pretty much have to wait for the burst. I think ZoK is down here. There's just no resources to defend.
Yeah, oh, yeah, there it is. There it goes. It's so difficult because you can so easily lose at least all of your meter or a lot of your health to just the chip damage from all of those individual minion hits. They will continuously slap you for a lot.
There's surprisingly massive amount of, you know, choices going in this matchup to whether you want to spend your meter for a fence or not. Because, you know, if you do get put in that position in the corner where you don't have the YRC, you're just done. And now fecian making the best out of their burst, landing a gold one, and ZoK choosing to hold it for now. Just being a very, very thick boy, finds the way in for a moment. It's a small combo.
Oh, the solo 2B contesting the incoming minion. And that's probably what allowed the ZoKHiZ to get in here, just denying that attempted setup from fecian. Now, yeah, finds the hidden, takes the round. That was a really good contested 2B.
Yeah, just like on the other hand, it was ZoKHiZ who had the 100 meter now, and fecian did not have the burst, he did not have the YRC ready to go. Meter's just so powerful in Strive.
Yeah, and you do get a lot of it. You get a lot of meter to play around with in this game, especially if you're the one on offense.
Yeah,
on defense,
was about to say.
Yeah, on defense that's a bit of a different story, especially against some characters.
I kind of enjoy in the past you would build a lot of meter on defense as well if you would IB, but I think IB doesn't really.
Yeah, IB's increase doesn't. It does increase how much meter you get, but it's very marginal and hard to see in this game.
Oh, nice prediction there, running or jumping out of the command crab. And now building the crucial 50 meter. ZoK very close to a burst. Lots of decisions here this round still. A lot of things could happen with these resources. Oh, what a snipe! ZoKHiZ forcing
with that's jumping slash, right? I always get confused about which one is the one that points downwards and which one points upwards.
Honestly,
I think upwards is jump dust, right? Oh, gold burst, killing the minions, going for the win.
That's jump dust, right?
Yeah.
And a good snipe. All right, ZoKHiZ is alive still.
Duel 1.
JD, my beloved, indeed. All right. Out of that wind, straight into the corner. Hey, you already know.
With a lot of minions up, tried to bait the burst once, but unfortunately got hit by the second time. fecian wasn't able to get it there. Solid parry command, but ZoKHiZ is not phased and just continues to go in.
Yeah, nice. ZoKHiZ with the perfect blood management has the clone available into a big combo. That might actually kill.
And if it doesn't kill, ZoKHiZ will be in the fortunate position that the blood's gonna go down fairly convincingly here.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that blood going down. ZoKHiZ actually has room to play with some stuff. The 2D though.
Oh, that's
Gets a hit in, breaks the wall. Both players have positive bonus now. This is danger zone.
ZoKHiZ not quite having the crucial 50. Got that, but there was a chance. I mean, fecian could have taken the round with an Elysian driver on the wall, but didn't quite get the wall break with the right move of their choice. Again, Zok. The only thing that they have is a burst here. High blood, no meter whatsoever. Still able to fight their way out of that corner pressure. So many things to consider. ZoKHiZ somehow able to poke through most of those minions. But
yeah, I was just entranced by the way ZoKHiZ was dealing with all of that pressure. Was so good for the longest time, and it's not easy to be, you know, defending pressure like that for that long. Eventually, it's so hard to keep it going, and you might just get hit.
Yeah, you get
unfortunate drop. Yeah, this might just be it.
You can really see the urgency in ZoKHiZ's eyes during that burst. They kind of had to fire that burst as soon as fecian got the hit in, because in that situation you can't let Jacko get the pressure back, huh? fecian on 5, ZoKHiZ 2. Seems kind of tricky, but ZoKHiZ is a player who never ever gives up before it's over. Oh! Into a big counter hit, forcing the fecian burst out. Standing at the very threshold of popping. Oh, but the reset doesn't work out for fecian. Another jump, gets the throw. Is ZoKHiZ gonna burst? No, indeed. Gonna take the wall break. But we'll have a lot of resources here. Oh, is he gonna pop though?
Ooh, unfortunate, and yeah, that's just death.
A little bit of a mismanagement there on the resources, but well, was very close though. Tried to get as many of those heavy buttons. Actually, in this patch you get blood back from S buttons as well, right?
Yeah, you do. I think it's anything that basically hits with a sword, you're getting blood back.
Oh, nice punish on the whiff jump D. fecian being extremely patient, even when ZoKHiZ doesn't really have the burst available. That 50 meter is always a potential YRC attempt. Oh, nice. Is that gonna bring ZoKHiZ beyond the threshold? Indeed. And gets a punish, yeah.
Is able to get a full punish. Because the blood rage didn't throw away into full screen.
It's really a super delicate dance here. You know, you might have an opportunity to go for the clone snipe, but then you're also trying to be mindful of, you know, not going over the edge and popping. But if you don't take the opportunity, you might not have it for a while anymore. Uh-oh, fecian.
A hard bait on that burst, ends up catching the late burst from ZoK, who now is just having to deal with this install super pressure, but finds a hit.
A gift from the
Look
gods!
at the damage.
fecian, unfortunately, misinputting something, putting themselves into the corner, and again, this Is it gonna be a kill? I think it's gonna be a kill. Yeah, this time. ZoKHiZ is basically getting a free gift. One touch into a command grab. Wham bam. What did mommy tell you about making mistakes against cyber samurais?
Yeah, you have to just be very careful. As much as fecian has had such good pressure here, you have to always keep in mind that any solid hit that ZoKHiZ could get will just be the end of the round. Oh no, unfortunate drop. Oh no!
Good reversal from fecian. It's gonna do quite a bit of damage, and even a minion attack command is gonna take it here, yeah. And fecian now on the edge, standing on the precipice. One
more round needed to take the set home.
Really good 2D, going under, punishing ZoKHiZ on the landing frames after the jump D. So much risk. Lucky for ZoKHiZ, fecian doesn't have a lot of resources to spend here, but you know, just having the minions out is kind of a resource in itself. Now, oh, that was a clutch grab and avoids the Elysian driver as well. ZoKHiZ better make everything out of this. Close flash, not gonna take the round, but oh, what a read from fecian!
Oh, whoa, and still has the... never mind. Still had a burst to go through there at the end, but managed to bait it and go into the round win for the set win.
I really like that for fecian. Went for the burst, like in that situation, it was pretty much a burst or die situation for ZoKHiZ, and fecian was like, all right, I'm gonna do the burst bait, and I'm also gonna commit to the follow-up situation. ZoKHiZ went for the other very common route. Don't burst into the obvious bait, wait a little and try to get the burst afterwards, but fecian going all in on that burst bait. Comes on top of that RPS, takes the set. Good stuff nonetheless. It's, you know, ZoKHiZ has been really the underdog player in all of their matches since the character swap. Sort of chasing that ability to challenge these top-level players once again, getting enough experience on Nago.
Eventually, it's just going to show through, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a case of continuing to play, keeping going, and eventually ZoKHiZ is just gonna be in and be just a massive threat. And already, you know, fecian's a very worthy opponent, and the amount of work that ZoKHiZ made fecian do on a much more recent character pickup is, you know, you have to appreciate how much how capable ZoKHiZ already is, right?
All right, but now backpedaling into the previous matchup, Frinky Potemkin from Iraq, Gamma Baiken from Cyprus.
Another matchup that's bound to be explosive. I mean, that's the classic. Anything that Potemkin can do can just kind of ruin most characters. Baiken doesn't have that much health at a base level, so this could very easily go anyway. So I do wonder, you know, obviously this is the first time we see Gamma on the Baiken pick, so I have to wonder just how much do they have those kind of confirms and punishes that, you know, Baiken can do, especially with the new patch stuff, all of the setups.
Right, it's gonna be very crucial because Baiken is not really the kind of character who could hold the fort at neutral forever. Eventually you gotta go in and land that big combo.
Ooh, the late active frame on that Mega Fist just barely catching Gamma's toes, getting the round win on the first round of the set.
Ooh, just the tip of the heavy Kabare. Manages to land such a nice new tool in this version of Guilty Gear. Ooh, gets the jump
solid
in.
jump in.
Wow, no no opportunity to retaliate even after Gamma's own burst.
And actually gets the wall break and the kill, taking first point in. Yeah, solid confirm there from Frinky. It's just simple combo, but it does the trick.
Yeah, ZoKHiZ. Potemkin. Wow, that's a really funny.
That's a Freudian slip.
That is a Freudian slip and a half. I mean, ZoKHiZ is kind of synonymous with Potemkin. Has been for a while, but I was about to say Potemkin has always been that character that can get away with, you know, surprisingly little, because they're, you know, their 1-2-3 hit combos, their command grabs, they deliver a lot of pain with, you know, just fairly little effort. Of course, you gotta put in the effort to get in, but once you're in and get that one hit confirmed, oh boy.
And especially when you see someone, you know, someone like Elda playing, who plays Potemkin in a much more atypical way, being so much more dependent on the way they play neutral and getting solid punishes to the way people try to navigate space around Potemkin. It's really interesting to see how that changes. Potemkin is one of those characters that, if you explore, really solid RC, the air grab, getting a perfect to take game 2. But yeah, no, if you can, you know, influence the way your opponent's navigating around you, Potemkin can do so much, and Potemkin certainly has the tools to get around it with stuff like Slide Head and Hammerfall as two big, very different space control tools.
Yeah, really committal tools, but really like tools that you have to respond to somehow or some way. Otherwise, Potemkin is just gonna run away with
the whiffed grab into a really solid punish from Gamma, but unfortunately Potemkin, thick as he is, does not want to die. No, yeah, Gamma's just playing it slow, waiting for an opportunity, and on the Hammerfall gets a punish.
Yeah, one thing that you gotta remember, Frinky was trying to go in with Hammerfall there, but you will still take the damage even if the opponent touches your armor. You're not, you know, that damage will stick forever.
Ooh, that was very very dangerous, because, you know, Rygand has some of the best aerial punish routes, especially air to air. If Gamma could have gone in, done the Yozansen or JH routes, you can get a lot of value out of your punishment.
Yeah,
it's all realization on the whole charge dust.
Oh my god, that was so smart! Sees the touch on armor. RC forward gets a punish, instant overhead into plus frames. Now Frinky potentially in a big trouble here. 6B hits.
Solid 6B, yeah, and now, yeah, Frinky's just in the danger zone. Tries to go for the grab, but...
That would have been the death of Gamma. Good call out there. There's a lot of RPS opportunities left and right for both players to finish the round. Wait, I forgot. Did I remember to put point in Gamma's account?
I think this was Gamma's second win?
Yeah, I think so too. I was so excited about that challenge there. 5P Pog? The puggest shit you've ever seen?
Yeah, you know, 5P, especially in Strive, where you can't really get things off of it, is such an underrated button for a lot of characters. The ability that you have to contest a lot of things. You know, sometimes you don't need to convert everything into massive combos if you're just getting these small hits that gain you advantage and prevent your opponent from doing the options they're defaulting to. You are getting the win. Solid grab from Frinky, goes for the Garuda impact, but the parry actually keeps Meaty Garuda from being as big of a threat.
That's actually pretty good, even if you don't get the full activation of the parry, just getting out of those million+ frames of the Garuda is enough.
The Garuda impact on block is still plus 19 typically. So that's absolutely not a position you want to be put in.
Pretty much one of, if not, basically the most common win condition for Potemkin in a way.
Solid air grab from Frinky, and this time managed to find a hit onto with the Garuda. Gun super trying to play the spacing game, and Gamma needs to be very conscious. Only needed a one hit, but the 5Ps. 5P contest from the other side.
That was smart.
Catches a round win.
Super smart stuff from Frinky, because Gamma was looking for that fast 5D, no charge, 20 frame overhead. Frinky says, yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that. Oh, the reaction!
Oh, another solid air grab. I think it was funny because Gamma got that really good air grab onto Megafist at the start of the set, and since then we've only seen Frinky just kind of respond with really good air grab options.
Oh, the drift forward doesn't get the job done. 2S!
Back Megafist. Oh no, catching Gamma just at the edge.
Now, one thing that surprises me so much from time and time again, the buttons for Potemkin in this game, you can actually play like footsies as Potemkin. Didn't like used to be so.
Absolutely. And that's what I was talking about with the way Elda plays. Elda just does play footsies with Potemkin, which is really surprising. Just using those normals to their full potential, more so than going for a lot of grab mix-ups.
Wow! Speaking of
Look
footsies,
at that!
how are the buttons so good?
Solid grab. Oh. Another one. The whiff grab into grab. And another one. And catches a backdash with Garuda.
Honestly though, I think
Oh.
I think that's the best case scenario for you. You wanna eat that Garuda airborne when you're backdashing. That's sort of gonna send you full screen, and at least you're gonna get out of that immediate threat situation. So if you're not gonna die, Gamma probably will take that every single time. Trying to jump over the Mega Fist, but the massive hitbox.
It's so hard to contest Mega Fist. You need to go after it to contest it. You need to catch it in the air. It was all, the hitbox is almost exclusively downward. Some angles it's really difficult to go over that Mega Fist.
Yeah, it's kind of like you don't have hurtbox on your legs. That what kind of throws people off a lot of times.
Especially because people think you would be able to just easily 6B a move like Mega Fist, and that's not necessarily the case for a lot of the cast. You have to find kind of different ways. You need to think about the way you're gonna deal with Mega Fist. It's one of those moves that in this matchup just you're forced to think about it specifically in a very unique way that's different from most things that you'd be doing. Solid parry there versus the meaty Garuda.
Oh, what's it gonna be? Left, right? Ooh, doesn't... Plays a high-low instead. Last opportunity burst. Oh, I see. They probably were thinking that Gamma was gonna air dash forward, and nice catch on landing. That might have even been punish. Gamma taking the 4th win here. Hopefully, we're not gonna get a disconnection. This looks a little scary though.
And hopefully the connection between these two. Oh, I lost connection. And hopefully the connection between these two players is being stable again. It's quite a big distance that they're playing over.
Yeah, I think these fellas did a what do you call that? Connection test earlier, so it should be pretty decent.
Yeah, let's see if they realize that they got the DC. They seem to just be playing it out.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we're gonna miss one match, and the room settings are gonna force the players out of the game, allowing us to hop in. But yeah, despite the score at the moment, I think it's been pretty even so far. Frinky still has pretty decent chance to come back. Gamma, you know, hasn't been flashing those unbearably oppressive Baiken combos, and you know, there's definitely been RPS opportunities for Frinky. But it's gotta be said that the fundamentals are definitely shining through from Gamma, even though this is a very new acquisition as characters goes. You know, the top level competitor shining from the, you know, from those little creaks and cracks, shining through.
Yeah, again, this is the third match in a row where we have someone who's better known for, gotten better known for playing a different character, coming up and with a more recent pickup, still doing really well and showing that these fundamentals of play apply, you know, globally and allow you to just kind of keep going and learning different characters, even different games. And yeah, the matches today, all of them are being kind of exemplary of that.
Whew, just in time. All right, heading back. I think that was just one for Gamma. So the situation is 5 wins Gamma, 1 win Frinky. It is tough uphill battle, but certainly not a lost one yet. But the jump slash once again. Like you said earlier, you know, if there is an air-to-air character in this game, it's definitely Baiken. Baiken, that jump slash and getting counter hits, especially counter hit air-to-air conversions out of it, is probably one of the biggest reasons you want to play this character. If you can force your opponent airborne, you're probably already winning as Baiken to some extent.
Oh, the trade keeping the health even now. Gamma's just going in the double TKUs on Sen. Frinky, even though they had the full bar of meter, couldn't really do anything with it.
Ooh, got the backdash with too heavy. So spacing is definitely the name of the game against Mega Fist. It's either you're close enough to block it so that you get a decent punish from point blank buttons, or then you make it whiff and punish it on the way down or on landing. Ooh, the timing there. Gamma was trying to go for a parry attempt, but... Oh, that was definitely a TK Yozen attempt. Self-corner, Frinky.
Oh, solid backdash. The flick attempt. I like the flick there. Cover more space and try to take the backdash. But unfortunately... didn't end up hitting. But I like the creativity of it.
Yeah, interesting that they, you know, Frinky was already on the next layer of RPS. I'm not sure if that situation has occurred too many times yet, but
maybe it happened in the game where we just missed.
Potentially. Ooh, the delayed cool slash.
Just chilling out for a little bit and seeing the parry coming through and getting the punish. Now. Yeah, Frinky is kind of one good hit away from taking out Gamma, but needs to be really careful about this pressure sequence now, because it could just also cause the end of it all.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Too heavy anti-air once again.
And comboing with the Gigantor.
The new buffed super. Now the reflector actually comes out, regardless of what state you hit the opponent in, securing Frinky a very nice conversion. I guess, you know, as a downside, it is not really a... It's not a reversal anymore, right? In the way that it's no longer... The first active frame is no longer inable, as far as I know. I think it's definitely a net positive. Potemkin does have other defensive tricks up their sleeve.
Now just a clean round from Gamma, just taking it kind of textbook with Viken, making their way in.
Again, the delayed
Once
close slash.
again, yeah, just baiting out the parry, just missing. Unfortunately, missing a bigger punish on it is the only thing.
Yeah, the spacing seems super delicate. Even though you get that close slash on Potemkin, Frinky is missing a lot of their go-to combos from that distance.
It is difficult to kind of get the spacing right for these punishes. When a lot of times you don't have the kind of mobility to easily go and get them. You know, as a character without a regular dash and.
Damn, Frinky did have to try it though. That was another one of those classics, burst or die situations. It's basically you choose the gap where you want to attempt to burst.
And now Gamma is on set point here, 6-2. Only needing one more game win. Already putting so much work towards it. Getting just the pressure going, finding the hits. Gets grabbed out though. So now, yeah, solid close slash.
Oh, nice! Backdash out of the semi-ambiguous left-right jumpy. Not the mix-up you see very often from Potemkin players.
So look at that, yeah, 5p just to punish the landing Mega Fist. Very solid.
Oh, even on hit, that Mega Fist forward is not plus. The downside of that move, yeah, actually, oh, that was not a punish. But still, extremely minus.
Oh, grabbing after getting hit by the Kabari, very brave, but it does beat any option that's slower. The Kabari is actually plus rate, it's just Gamma went for a slower option. Ooh, and this is death for Gamma.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if that was actually a good thing that the super didn't combo, because it gave Frinky basically a completely safe opportunity to go for a high-low.
Yeah, and with the effects, it was even harder to see the 5D and react to it in time. But now Gamma's just pulling through on the aggressivity, gets a burst baited out, and now just one hit away from taking the set. Frinky kind of needs a miracle to not lose here.
5 hit points and a dream.
Yeah. Solid slide head.
Oh no!
Solid cancel. The Mega Fist.
The 5P was a command grab. The
backdash.
Gamma would have ate that Potemkin Buster too. It was the fast RC into 5B. That's gotta be a misinput. It's the classic, the curse of all Potemkin players throughout the ages, throughout the games. Haunt the crapplers. But it do be what it do be, and Gamma taking this encounter 7-2. All right, next up, another banger. Damn, we got a lot of these for tonight. So, CarrotOfWisdom, Jacko versus AgguBaggu, coming out of a sort of small strive break, as I hear. And no cushions or anything, no buffer whatsoever for landing, gently from that little bit of a vacation straight into the maw of the beast, so to speak.
Yeah, also, just to answer the chat, Kavari used to be +0, but after the Season 2 patch, it's actually +2 on block. It's very, very nice. That's why a lot of Vikings are going for the setups, utilizing a lot more than it used to be before.
It feels very natural, because in the past, Kabari has always been plus, I believe. So at least having one of your versions, at least the slower versions, producing plus frames, feels very much like home.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Aggu Entering the room. Let me send Mr. CarrotOfWisdom. Alright, so Jacko versus Baiken.
Any matchup that has Jacko in it immediately becomes interesting, because Jacko is inherently an interesting character that we don't get to see a lot.
Yeah, as sort of a fighting game function, Jacko, even in previous game, was very different, extremely different, and they somehow managed to revamp her into another very much unseen function once again. I gotta say, I've never seen anything like neither like Exert or Strive Jacko before in fighting games per se.
Yeah, especially Exert Jacko was so unique in that she was basically just the base in a MOBA, just throwing out kind of lanes of minions at people.
Yeah, where you have to, you know,
a very interesting design. But I think Strive Jacko is really cool. The kinds of things you can do is definitely one of the more entertaining kinds of I guess puppet characters is still the way I describe Jacko in terms of archetype, but definitely in an interesting manner.
Now that you mention it, Jacko kinda is a puppet character, not a traditional one, in the sense that, you know, a lot of puppet characters usually control just one entity, whereas Jacko can control 3 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but I think this will be the biggest challenge Aggu has had to face so far on Bounty Hunters. I mean, they've gone through a lot of high-class players for sure, like Rygand May, Deknud Axel, Sierra Vice Scott Lewis, the Vigilante Sol, kyuukei. I mean, you probably get the point. It's not like this guy hasn't overcome great challenges so far, but this... Oh boy, this is probably gonna... This is gonna be the one that would make me pug excruciatingly hard if Aggu manages to pull this off. Alright, CarrotOfWisdom, the guy who grinds, the guy who streams, the guy who's always on the hunt. I have to see.
Always online, kind of always playing Strive more than anyone I've ever seen, really. Just putting in so much effort behind the characters. Being rewarded actually with both of his characters actually getting quite the upgrade with Season 2, you know, on Millie and Jacko.
I have to see if Aggu still has this matchup in the pocket. I think I have never seen Aggu play this before, so... Ooh, the RPS there on the minus frames. Chooses to not go for the punish. Instead, gets a throw. Ooh, what's gonna happen here? Airborne? Both players canceling.
Both. Yeah, and just going back to neutral, essentially. But the cancel into Yosen-san off of the air normal, killing the minion, and then hitting in Jacko. Really solid stuff.
Yo, the instant air dash! Aggu managing to land the big combo. Look at that damage.
Oh no, the 5D charge not hitting the wall break. And so allowing Carrot to escape attack off of the corner and now be in an advantageous position where they get the wall break and get to go with positive bonus into the next stage.
But that throw was so important for CarrotOfWisdom, straight into the overhead mix-up. Blessed be minions, allowing you to be fairly safe, even of those, you know, fast overhead conversions. Oh, Aggu finding the hit of the gods, that one that every Baiken player dreams of, the counter hit jump slash, and now with the pressure. Carrot treading extremely carefully.
And but finding the way out of the corner into this kind of potential setup ability, actually managing to get a combo in that will break the wall. Aggu just holding onto that burst.
I'm
Wanting to do great things with it, and there it is!
Snipe
Punishing the 6B with the gun.
Heart bait on the burst. There it is. One more touch for both players. Aggu finding a way in. The PRC, no!
Oh no, the crap after the PRC. The BRC rather. Unfortunate.
A lot of really tight RPS. You know, that's not an easy situation to be in. You know, CarrotOfWisdom firing that blue RC, slowing down the frames. Aggu basically had to, like, one of the few things that they could have done was try to go for the throw.
Look at that 6B catching the Kabari follow-up. That was really sick of Carrot to do, and just then being able to pick up off of it. Oof. Yeah, blocks the gun super. Drifting forward off of the 2D now. It gets grabbed into the corner now.
Oh, nice. 2K. But Aggu with a cross up into a low. Yo, the 6B actually challenges from that angle. Or was that maybe 2S? Gets the minion parry. Now Aggu, in a tricky situation, chooses to burst and bets the farm on instant air dash. You know, I can certainly understand, after firing that burst, it is do or die. You can't hang around and let Jacko start the, you know, neutral game anymore. No, CarrotOfWisdom in the checkmate situation. This is the same place where we were in the first matchup. Or sorry, the second matchup, ZoKHiZ versus ZoKHiZ versus
Fecian.
Yeah,
I was just kind of entranced watching that because it was just the crazy sequence of pressure, the kind of stuff that Jacko can do if she's just allowed some space. And speaking of space, here's Carrot just finding some through, avoiding the gold burst and just getting through.
Ooh, sneaking under 2D. Not the most low-profiling move, but low-profiling enough to be able to avoid the heavy Kabari. Ooh, is this gonna hit? Very far away.
Very far away, but does clear all of the minions by forcing Carrot to block. But that didn't stop Carrot from just getting the round win regardless.
Which side? The brave challenge, dashing forward even without minions. You know, sometimes you just gotta do that. Go in without your buddies. Jacko definitely is the character who has buttons for all sorts of situations. But without the little fellas, you don't necessarily have the rewards out of those approaches. Finds another clutch snipe. CarrotOfWisdom, quick 3 rounds. Slowly perhaps adjusting. The first rounds, or the first games, were pretty even. Let's see what Aggu can muster this round. Oh, the classic frame trap. At the perfect spacing, the 6K cancel. Very plus on plus.
Once again, getting the hit on those Kabari follow-ups. Carrot is just, you know, so aware of everything that's going on here. It's undeniably they're just in the driver's seat right now and just taking. Yeah, look at that. You know, did get comboed for a lot of their health. Just as I was saying that, but Carrot has been so dominant so far in the set. Does actually lose a round now, but the ability to control space, especially because of how much you can move the minions around the screen.
Rare footage of you actually committing too hard to the dash under.
Yeah.
Aggu cornering himself, and now at least getting out with a little bit of life to spend still here.
Yeah, this isn't an awful amount of health. Now it's a bit worse, and now there's no health. And I think Carrot didn't enjoy losing that round, as I commentator cursed him. But oh, look at this! Just immediately into the corner off of round start.
Being conscious of the potential abare attempts from Aggu. I wonder if you have extra unique plays here for having the one frame parry, or if it's just like, you know, Viking will have to respect this set play just like any other character. So far, at least, Aggu hasn't been able to, you know, get anything of the sort out, so I'm going to assume that, you know, it's the same game. If you don't have the 50 meter for YRC, or if you don't have the burst available, you're just gonna eat that corner pressure like bread. Alright, able to save 1 minion with the minion parry. Aggu pressing forward, immediate burst from Carrot.
Yeah, Aggu this round is playing very carefully around, taking care of all the minions, not allowing any setups to happen, but unfortunately, that doesn't last forever, especially when you can't end up being proactive. That's the problem, is you can... Oh, that was rough. No, what I was trying to say is you can be proactive in clearing minions, but if you're not gonna then also be proactive and go in and fight Jackal while she doesn't have any minions, if you can't find the way in at that point, you're really going to struggle to actually get the rounds in the end.
The delicate dance between, you know, poking them and advancing.
The way in which so much of what Carrot is doing here has been burst safe is insane. The amount of bursts that Aggu has thrown out that just haven't connected whatsoever is insane.
And that goes, it's kind of similar to watching, you know, Zato play, because Zato, you know, being another puppet character in a sense, extremely vulnerable to, you know, system mechanics. It's you know, one of the most crucial part of the kit of these characters that you do play, you counterplay the YRCs and you counterplay the bursts. Ooh, still gets the conversion! Into more pressure. Yo, CarrotOfWisdom has so many resources to work with here. And Aggu, again, no YRC, no burst. They'll just have to eat this. And slowly, the minions are taking your life away.
Yeah, there's no way you can do much about that. You just have to kind of fake it.
And to add insult to injury, it's like, if you don't FD, you're gonna die to the chip damage, but if you FD, then you're not gonna have the meter to, you know, YRC. So pick your poison.
It's really difficult when you add to the critical mass of the Jackal setup, you are in a bit of a checkmate position. It's so difficult to do much about it. Now look at that, just full screen, the minions go in, they start doing the attacks, and CarrotOfWisdom taking a 6th game. Aggu now just still unfortunately not on the board. The Jacko power has been too high.
Yeah, one of the most important things is, you know, sniping the minions as they come in, or you could do like this if you read a very high angle for the throws. You could try to force yourself in, but it's gonna be a lot of damage, and the wall break. Potentially one mix-up away from getting into...
Oh, the gun super actually flashing with the minion and getting the minion killed, but unfortunately just 50 meter to kill one minion is not an optimal trade, and off of the round start hit now. Carrot is already putting the pressure and getting the spatial advantage of the Aggu.
There's the
This is
burst.
set point. This is potentially set point. It could just end right here. Aggu just needs to find a way in, but
Oh, no.
look at how difficult this is. The minions are covering that any angle that
Oh! Saving grace!
and as I say that, Aggu actually finds a way in, gets out of the corner, but it's an uphill battle.
Oh, chose to jump forward. The angle of that jump not quite meeting CarrotOfWisdom's air dash.
Committing to the run under, gets the grab, goes for just a regular JH setup, nothing fancier than that, gets a re-grab, re-tether.
Oh no, what was that? I think
it was just a desperation double cross-up attempt, trying to get, trying to do something out of the ordinary just to get a hit when everything else fails, but
yeah. I mean,
sometimes it's hard to like really not fall into desperation when everything else has failed and you're on the set point position when it's just not going well, right?
Yeah, I mean, the 7-0 sweep is, you don't have to be ashamed of taking an L against a, strong player like CarrotOfWisdom.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, moving on. So next coming up, Madjon Chip from Lithuania facing off against Fat Nuts 43. You don't you feel like you're in for some real shit when there's gonna be players called Fat Nuts 43 and Taco Slider 168 playing back to back?
Exactly. heyheylo is also a pretty good one, I'd say, especially on a Faust. That feels like a very appropriate name. But yeah, no, just Fat Nuts 43 Nagoriyuki just feels appropriate, right?
Yeah, probably the most godlike character player name combinations that I've seen. Fat Nuts, aka Funny, from UK.
Versus I recognize the name Madjon. They've played before, right?
Yeah, they played a couple of times, but certainly less than Funny for sure. They have, I believe, 3 games under their belt. Last one being... Wait, did these guys actually play before? Oh, you know what? I think I've did I mix myself up? Because it's in the matchup charts. We actually have 2 different players. It's No. I'm. Wait a second. No, now I'm in a super deep mix-up. So.
What's going on?
Right. It's Taco Slider who's momming and not. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so deep in these nickname mix-ups.
Oh, between Mamin and Madjon? Yeah, the names.
Right,
names
right.
mix up.
So Madjon and Momim have played before, but obviously Funny and Madjon have not. Yeah, Madjon does have matches versus Radun, Rikkami, and Momim so far. Let me send Madjon a message in case they missed that it's their turn. But yeah, matchup-wise, call me a downer, but I do think that Chip probably doesn't enjoy this matchup all that much.
I think in its current state, there are very few people who genuinely enjoy the Nagoriyuki matchup, is the realistic part of it. When you're a character like Chip, who hasn't been getting, as much love as who hasn't been getting as much love from the patch notes as the characters like Nago, you end up in this difficult situation of just not being able to compete with the increasing power level as much. Though some players like Xin, you can see, put in a lot of work into continuously developing new tech and playing just very well to go as far as possible into optimizing these characters. It's kind of difficult to just play when your win condition is a death by 1,000 cuts, when you yourself die to 1, and when already most of the cast dies very easily to Nagoriyuki. When you're Chip and you die easier than the rest of the cast, that just does not bode well at all.
Right, so we got word from madjon. They still need 15 more minutes, so I'm gonna check if Gas and Momim are ready to go, and it seems like they are. So we'll make a quick switcheroo to that matchup instead, and we'll play madjon versus Funny after that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're gonna have Sol versus Ino instead.
Sol versus Ino matchup is the classic the classic I'm going to complain about it matchup. It's always so hard to deal with. Again, the Sol has a lot of buttons that are specifically privileged against Ino's options, but Mamin has shown, I think even last time they were here, they were also playing against the Sol and did very well, right?
Yeah, I remember the match as well. Can't remember who it was against, but I do remember.
Remember now.
Funny fact about Gas, actually, funny fact about both of these players, I think Gas, she's a contender for the most 7-6 results for bounty hunters. And Momim has had a lot of really close matches as well, so this is a pretty good contender for a match that is gonna go, really close.
Do I wonder if watch it just randomly be one-sided? Hopefully not, because it would be great to just get more close matches. Those are always the best ones to watch. But I'm just scared now that you've commentator cursed us into a potentially just potentially one-sided match.
You know what? I'm not superstitious. I will say how it is, and I think this is gonna be the goddamn closest matchup I've ever seen. Not only are both of the players very known for delivering close matches, but I think their skill level is fairly close as well, so this is gonna be the most legendary shit you've ever seen. Mark my words.
I'm excited, and I'll trust you. I'll trust you, and I'll be excited.
Now, here's a little bit of a handicap from Gas. Supposedly a little while before the match, she actually burned her hand, but allegedly it wasn't super bad, so you know, drawing from the Finnish Sisu is gonna bear it out and, you know, try to play the matchup nonetheless. Hopefully it's still not too painful though.
Yeah, hopefully given the time that it's been, because it was before the event started as a whole, hopefully it's given enough time for it to heal a little bit.
Alright, so Gaz, the last remnant of the legendary Finnish Soul Army from back in the day in Exerd versus Maamin, the solid Ino player from UK. Let's see who's gonna rock and who's not.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Right off the bat, the big god button, the button that I actually miss the most from playing Soul 2S.
Yeah, 2S is such a nice button. It's one of those buttons that honestly feels like it's plus on whiff.
It's kind of like...
Look at that. You can even get some good reward off of it. If it wasn't for Maamin bursting there, Gaz would have probably been able to get a solid punish out. But even still, look at that. Very clean little neutral navigation from Maamin to get the first round.
Ooh, DP safe, as a lot of Ino setups tend to be.
Yeah, Ino does get safe jumps out of a lot of things. If you kind of recognize the knockdowns you're doing, you can always go for a lot of safe jumps, do a lot of things well.
Classic RC, fast RC into jump PP, doesn't quite get Gas, the pressure. But here we go, ooh, nice dashing, catches the backdash, sort of.
Oh, RC into the volcanic viper.
But Maamin sniffing out the gap in that setup. That was certainly not a safe jump setup, not even by a long shot. Going for the reversal super, getting the first round. Or rather, the game.
Yeah, getting the first game. Again, really solid navigation of the Soul Mirror. You can tell that Soul matchup. You can tell that Maamin is played the hell out of this matchup. Now, ooh, solid conversion from Gaz.
Ooh, a little bit of a unfortunate side switch there. The tail end of BB still ends up catching. Such a tricky thing. One of the best things to deal with Bandit Bringer is to make it whiff and punish it on a landing. But you know, the hitbox tends to hit fairly far, so you can accidentally get clipped by it. Here comes Maamin, finds small hit with the S-stroke.
Yeah, once again being safe against the DP. Gaz, unfortunately, attacking into it, forced to use meter to make it safe. And now Taco Slider is able to get in and get the round win.
That's still a pretty decent value for your 50 meter if you can get a, you know, DP against the safe jump and then RC. Because you know he's one of those characters against who you probably want to pay that 50 meter to get out of the pressure. Just get out of there at all costs.
Yeah, you do not want to ever be kind of not in neutral, at least, against Ino. Look, at any sort of disadvantage, Ino is the character that's made to run away with it and just kind of keep going for more mix and more setups. And as we say that, Maamin takes the second game of the set.
Yeah,
like
great response there against the far range gunflame cancel. Goes for HCL, a faster projectile, gets there before the flames do.
Yeah. There's actually two really good options that Ino has against gunflame. Is if you're just slightly out of range of the first hit, you can just do far slash. Far slash, because of its distorted hitbox, just being the little sound wave, it actually does just beat out Gunflame for a really solid punish. You can even go for some extra stuff after it. Or you have the HCL as shown by Mamin just there, which unfortunately doesn't get as much reward. I know, just textbook round from Gaz here, just going for the big conversions, getting the reset with the JH into the round win, and now starting solidly, putting Mamin in a disadvantage, manages to escape under the HCL, but Mamin finds a way in.
Oh, gets the
goes
high
for the
wall
reset. I think this is the first time that Mamin fails a wall slump setup, but before Gaz was just not holding any direction, so she teched just downwards, and Mamin took advantage of that by basically getting a fake wall slump, and this time Gaz, I think, realizing that.
The most common response there would be to probably mash throw as the opponent is drifting forward, but you can't tech against that.
Yeah.
First time I see that sequence, that was actually nutty.
That's actually, so when the RC changes came out, that was the first thing that Daru was showing off, was just how fast you can come out with fast RC into Megalomania.
God, that's...
Which, yeah, it's a lot of damage to deal with. You do need 200 meter to begin the sequence, but it's very rewarding if you land it. And speaking of very rewarding, Gaz here with just some really clean neutral play. Just on a very clean round, Mamin is going to need a lot of effort to be able to win it. Solid press of 5k. Gets the game win for Gaz.
Alright, on the board. 1-2. Taking a little bit of a breather. See Mamin inquiring about the connection. I think there seems to be some sort of hiccups there. You can actually almost see it on the spectator side as well.
That's unfortunate. This is Finland to UK, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is still a bit of a distance. Sometimes the routing between specific players can be a bit questionable.
Yeah, I think it's the UK mix-up, because the connections in UK have, like, some are very solid.
Oh, solid realization from Mamin there that the burst was coming out on the RC. Yeah, no, as someone who lived in the UK for 4 years, I can attest that it's very much a coin flip whether or not the internet is good where you're at.
And it makes it kind of difficult to sort of match players against each other, because really some UK players are just completely solid and there's nothing bad to say about the connection, but then, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
And sometimes it's just on a day-to-day basis it can be different. It's the unfortunate reality of the infrastructure over there is it can very much be rough.
But here's to hoping. Ooh, nice challenge with 5k.
Yeah, Gaz needs to be challenging with 5k as much as possible. It's the strongest button, yeah, once again, finding a hit. It's the strongest button that Soul has against most of Ino's kit in this game. Yeah, the run forward beats Chemical Love. And yeah, just not taking any chances, just goes for the Tyrant Rave. Just absolutely sizzling Mamin into the next round. Oh no, two grabs.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, the 5k trades on those frame traps.
And that kind of looked like that's Soul favorite on that trade, huh?
Yeah, the 5k is always better for Soul in terms of trading on Ino's frame traps, and it works against anything you... Oh no.
I wonder if she tried to go for a jump D punish there.
Yeah, that's potentially what it was. If you block the first rising hit on the DP super, you can actually get a really solid punish out of it. Unfortunately, didn't work out. And yeah, just walk up, close slash.
Alright, we are even. The prophecy. It is very early to say still, but the prophecy looks good. The script is perfect. Ooh, wasn't quite sure if she wanted to commit to that dash there. There's a lot of those situations against Ino where you can kind of keep dashing forward if the note has been steered too high or if Ino is actually going for...
Oh no, grabbing the wake-up invulnerability there, but Gaz, unfortunately not realizing the situation perhaps. Just didn't jump across and still got hit by the projectiles that come out of Megalovania on whiff.
I would imagine Gas has been in that situation before, but might have been a little bit of a panicky, you know, input sequence.
Yeah, just super. So sometimes the mental stack is just there. Yeah, really solid. Yeah, against all screen note, Soul can on reaction just do. Oh, that was a really cool conversion. Yeah, Soul on reaction can just do Vortex and punish Ino really badly for ever thinking that she had any right to try and throw a projectile full screen.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Right?
Yeah, nice!
Yeah.
Realizing that the OTG
can just kill.
Ooh, alright. Pretty even trade, however... That far slash hits from so far away. Chemical Love really in this game hitting so high, there's just so many things that go under it. Even far slashes. Just a little bit short. Monin gets a chance to run their offense. The big counter hit.
Ooh. This is dangerous. Potentially gets the heavy knockdown reset, which means that Mamin is gonna get to go and mix.
And mix they do. Find the hit. Once again in the lead.
Chemical Love doesn't miss standing gold. It misses running gold, Lewis, but not standing. Most characters running do avoid Chemical Love, but when they're just standing up, they still get hit. Mamin is going for a lot more uses of Chemical Love in neutral than you typically see Ino players going for.
Yeah, I do notice that as well. But the funny thing is, Gas hasn't been, I guess, challenging too aggressively, so...
Oh, tried to go for the funny gold burst. Oh, yeah, also thank you, Rikami. I did forget the note. There are exceptions to people get hit standing, but yeah. Rule of thumb. Oh, unfortunate drop, but it ended up just being a reset setup, and Gas gets hit by the counter hit on that dropped combo, and Mamin takes the round. Solid hit. Oh, backdash into grab now, throwing Gas into the corner. Ooh, is able to take out of the wall, but now.
There's the 5k. Oh, is she not quite able to catch that? That was a pretty amphibious RC there. Psycho Crusher in the air. Manages to keep Gas in the corner. The 5k, but no conversion. And
every time I watch Mamin play, it makes me miss playing Ino. I haven't touched her in a bit. I should probably go back to my beloved. And now just with 1 HP and a dream.
Oh,
he blocks the burst and takes it! With no health bar to be seen, managing to get the game win and pulling over the 4 points over Gaz's current 2.
God, both players were swinging so hard, wishing for anything to hit. Special moves, even on block, could have potentially taken it, but... Oh, nice! Actually managed to convert it still.
Ooh, that's a big hit. Oh no, unfortunate drop, but never mind, it's not a drop, it's a reset. Gaz get the wall break off of it, do a really respectable amount of damage. Now just, yeah, playing carefully, and then get 6p for the round finish.
Oh, I guess there's one good thing about the new HCL. I think in the previous games, instant air dashes tend to beat it. But...
yeah.
But in this game, it hits so high that it sometimes tends to anti-air people. Oh, the Daro Classic!
Yeah, just the special And a quick RRC on the slash dive is a really good combo tool nowadays. If you know, typically you can finish any string with slash dive, and once again you dare throw a fireball full screen, get punished.
Yeah, I think it's just about the sequences that Gaz is, you know, paying attention to. They are extremely efficient at reacting to that fireball and getting the vortex bunnies, but then some of the other sequences, you know, she's letting go unpunished, such as, you know, the
it's kind
eggshells.
of the very difficult part of playing against Eno is just recognizing the slight nuance and pressure that the Eno player can do to kind of change up very slight ways about how they're approaching the game. You know, can really throw off how you punish these things, and if you're not able to adjust to set changes, you're likely to just get put into a bad position. And you can see this by the ways that Mamin is choosing to approach. You know, having conditioned Gaz to play a lot against the hover dash approaches, both kind of empty into low and overhead, and now is being able to really get in a lot with the stroke to victory approaches.
Oh, was probably hoping for a YRC on block, but Mom
It still worked out. Oh, you mean Gaz was hoping for the YRC?
Yeah.
And you see, Mamin there just went for a really low note, hoping to get Gaz to try and vortex again into the note again. It's a very risky play, because if you're not at the distance where the note can fly down fast enough, you can still just get punished for it.
Oh, the jumpy doesn't deliver enough block stun in this situation. That's the 5k challenge again. Both players swinging really hard, not wanting to respect the opponent at all. And why should you if it works out?
Yeah.
Oh,
and look at this. Oh, so much damage for Gaz.
Missed one combo, landed the other. We call those resets, and we take them.
And a little backdash into the 4-frame second hit of 5k to still hit. And yeah, DP just finds a hit.
There, rare footage of Mom actually not making that one a safe jump.
It's very difficult from that situation, because I think the problem was Mamin wanted that slash dive to hit. And if that hits, you get a safe jump off of it. But the unfortunate drop where the air angle was not right made it so that Baz could just get a free DP, because there was no way to... Oh, solid block on the YRC. Because there was no way to go for a safe jump off of that. Man, Gaz now playing into these adaptations, being able to do a lot. Mamin has a lot of meter to play with, but it's still very difficult to find the gap in which you can use it.
Look at that corner control though, at the perfect spacing. Fishing with the 6S until it hits. Gas on the chase. Ooh, I thought that 6B was pretty late, but still managed to make it. Sideco crushers left and right. Reset, go for another one. Wow, no punish attempt on the 5k. Button's pretty minus on block. Yeah, there we go. Not letting it fly without the 50-meter cancel. Yo, that was a very brave 5P from Gaz.
Yeah, Gaz just not respecting the YRC guard crush, just saying, yeah, no, come on, come and contest it. And the fact that that Mamin went for something slightly slower ended up causing them their downfall in Gaz's hands.
Yeah, it is really the biggest value you could get from that YRC for Eno is to get a free float dash for mix-ups, but you know, that YRC is plus a lot, but not that plus. Hogan across? Yeah, a little late to the party here, guys. Still gets a very decent conversion, misses the the jump D. Could still be anybody's game. Oh, what a reaction speed! And thanks to first! Yo, gas!
And oh no! Oh, okay. The meaty close slash gets it in the end, but that was scary. But just like that, Gaz equals out the score 5-5. Just like you were saying, this is being just a very nice, close set to watch.
With really good reads, Sol just can explode so fast.
Oh no, the baited burst now. Mamin getting the oh my god, the words.
The wall break.
Getting the read on the burst, and now it's just now getting the wall break. Just a really solidly played run from Mamin. Just kind of ended up being right into every option that Gaz ended up trying out.
Oh, rare footage of that. 2S actually not anti-airing in that situation. The stroke. Tail end lands, and below. Mamin has a really good setup here, unless they get hit by the overhead. Sorry, the DP.
Oh, and now, now the Fafnir hit is gonna give a lot of plus frames. Mamin is able to escape the sticky situation. Tries to 6p away the gunflame, but doesn't work. Oh, solid stroke.
50 meters to defend with here. Oh, I bet Gaz was trying to DP there for the RC.
Now just one little bit of health away from winning, but Gaz has something to say about that.
God, that 6 heavy reach is so far. Such a lovely button.
Any sort of vortex or Grand Viper punish is always so fun to see. You just see a soul just racing from across the screen, aiming to come ruin your day.
Now fighting for the opportunity to go to 6 points first. Mamin has the pressure, has the meter 100, all resources that anyone could ever hope for.
And does get the game win. Goes to 6 points first, but Gaz has shown that she has the ability to just equal this out, go to a final game.
Duel 1.
We need 2, and I think during this set we haven't seen like back-to-back 2 wins too much. They've been, going fairly even so far. Let's see at the most crucial moment. Oh, that 6p barely whiffs. With that flame sweep as well. I thought Gaz was, gonna score hit with that gun flame.
Yeah, so did I. When I saw it coming out, I was like, oh, this is it. Oh, unfortunately, Mamin fails the jump cancel into the jump D and just does a regular dust, which, isn't advantageous in terms of continuing pressure. It allows Gaz to get out, and now
micro dash 5
full pressure to deal with, a double jump into dive just to get out of the corner.
God, the spacing was pristine. Getting the backdash out and whiff punishing that Fafnir. And now Mamin only needs 1.
Yeah, just one more round, and Gaz does not want to allow that to happen. Yeah, you can't just gunflame at full screen. You're going to get chemically loved.
Oh, the burst actually still hits.
Coming in clutch, just barely hitting.
The chase down. Oh, the 6 heavy. Oh, sorry, 6S barely missing.
Solid punish.
Wow, it gashes.
And no,
duck under with 2S.
Gaz contesting with the 5k, getting the hit, but oh no, Mamin now finding space to maintain pressure going. Gaz unfortunately hits the 5k button a bit late and gets punished on the attempted.
Oh, did she? Yes!
Okay. Gaz is really making Mamin work for it.
This guy's really playing with our hearts. Really good hit. Yeah, that had to burst there. That potentially would have been a kill. And this wall stick. Unfortunately, the super. If Gaz goes for a super there, that's gonna win. That's way too high up. So forced to take the wall break with a normal.
Ooh, and Mamin getting a grab, which could have led into a very dangerous situation. But Gaz actually is able to just get a short string into the OTG 6H to kill again. Again, that's what's killing here.
You know, I told you so. I've been doing this shit for so many years. I can smell an even matchup from a mile away. Here we are, perfect script, 6-6. And this will be the last game for all the marbles here.
Yeah, speaking of perfect script, I mean, it's not my fault I couldn't see this coming. I didn't write the matches in advance like you do.
That is right.
And now, ooh, that's a wall slump setup. Gas, yeah, it's going to be difficult to deal with. Oh, but Jump K actually finds a hit and allows Gas to get a nice, solid conversion into the other corner.
And the revolver wasn't too clean. Gas meant to extend that combo and probably take a wall break. And now once again, Taco Slider arriving to that set point position. Yo! Revolver as an anti-air, we got those. Got just a close slash, backdash once again. Gas
Look
delivered.
at that damage from the clean hit.
Oh. Oh wow, the forward Psycho Crusher actually avoids the super. I think that
I was wondering because I couldn't tell from just the startup if it was going to be the heavy version or one of the other ones which descend. And if it was a descending one, that could have just been Mamin's death there, right away to the heavy mob cemetery. But the fact that Gas, you know, having match point held up against her, still went for HMC is amazing. It's amazing of her. I love seeing that. And now just on the last Luigi, the final round possible for the set. Unless somehow we see a double KO here. Mamin is on the driver's seat so far.
Ooh, that's
Gets
super.
the wall slump. Yeah, no, when you have the wall slump, but still doesn't go for the super.
Oh no, one more opportunity, but the
And-
slowed frame.
Yeah, the air grab, that was really solid round from Mamin to end it off on. But Gaz still played that so well.
I think at this point, this probably solidifies Gas as having the most 6-7s in Bounty Hunters. I'm pretty sure of it at this moment. I already confirmed before while I was watching the spreadsheets. Gas has so many even sets, and once again another nail biter. It's just, I guess it's fate, or maybe a curse. Who knows? Depends from what point of view you look at it. Oh boy. Alright, backpedaling into the previous matchup. Madjon, Chip. I think Madjon should be ready to go. I think so, yes. Players are on their cabinets. So here we go. Fatnuts43, aka Funny from UK. Madjon, Chip from Lithuania. Right, yes. Let's see how it's gonna be. Chip really doesn't like characters that can touch of that you.
So Chip doesn't like being in Strive.
Yeah.
Change society.
Yeah. He's like, Chip is that character who sort of overwhelms you, or overwhelms your mental stack with a million different options, but I think some of the angles that Chip can play are a little more limited in Strive, because, you know, no teleports in this game.
Definitely doesn't have the teleports in the same way, but Chip can still do. Oh no! Oh no!
He dead.
And to add insult to injury, here comes the super. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, it's Chip can still do quite a few things. I mean, from seeing Zin play, there's been this specific cross up overhead can do a lot to just confuse you, because you can still just do it empty into a low. You can still do, at the very least, kind of four-way mix-ups at people with a grab mixed in there. You know, Chip has all of the potential in there. It's just so difficult and so dangerous to play in the context of Strive that yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, but usually the name of the game against Chip is it's not whether you're gonna respect or not. You are going to disrespect Chip. It's just, you know, trying to pick your best spots.
It's how you have to play it to win it. It takes a certain level of disrespect to get there. And yeah. Ooh. Going for the Ascending Alpha Blade. Going for these attempts at the ambiguous jump 2Ks, but you know, Fatnuts has the kind of read on it. Seems to be fairly aware of what madjon is trying to do so far.
Ooh, the fast new overhead into an RC conversion. Our thick Samurai Boy still okay here. Yo, that was so far away! I wonder if madjon pressed a button there. You know, that's the other thing, because Chip usually wants to be the character that has the button advantage at, you know, close to mid-range, but I think Nago with those... Nago has slow buttons, but definitely buttons that can challenge Chip. Yo, what a reset into the fully charged 5D.
Yeah. He gets a solid combo into it. Now just kind of hanging back. Ooh, but that level 3 Blood 5H. 5 nuts just having the spacing, and that just hit at the very edge of it, and this is death.
Right,
yeah, just like that.
There you go, Neat. Ooh, both players sort of looking to self-corner a little there. Yo, returning the favor after madjon's fully charged.
Oh, but that burst coming in right at the end, allowing madjon to have one final attempt. But yeah, just a simple 2K finds its way in and gets Fatnuts their second game of the set.
Duel 1.
Oh no, yeah, DP round start is a dangerous hit. madjon did very well to just burst right then and there. And now Fatnuts has some blood already built up. Might not be relevant now since madjon is just taking them to the mix zone. Goes for the resets. Yeah, you can do a lot of interesting resets with Chip and even be behind your opponent at the corner after the reset, which is a lot of the like cooler things that I've been seeing done.
Do you need the low wall slump for that, or is the high one okay as well?
So what you can do is do just you do horizontal. Oh, another charge dust. Look at that combo damage.
Yeah, one of these characters does a little bit more on the 5D charge than the other.
Yeah, especially considering Nagoriyuki is the literal highest effective health in the game versus Chip, who has the lowest. But no, so Chip on a wall slump, you can do a properly timed Alpha Blade, the one that's, you know, teleport behind, and if you wall cling for just a second, you get to be behind your opponent as they come out of the cling. You can either cross up with the jump 2K on both sides. You can choose which side you want to do jump 2K, or go into a low, which is really interesting. And seeing it kind of well done by Chip players, you can see the kind of vortex potential that he has. But it's just this unfortunate reality of you get hit a few times and you take so much more damage than the rest of the cast, and it's so noticeable.
Alright, finding a hit. This is Fatnuts. Doesn't have a burst here. Burning the midnight.
Yeah, burning a little bit of health. Going for the overhead, finding the hit.
It's gonna be enough. Yes, indeed. madjon slowly, little by little, finding their stride. But then this kind of stuff happens. Oh my god,
Oh,
what a
wow.
conversion.
Now that was a stylish Nago combo. I mean, most of what Nago does is stylish. And now look at that grab into the 6H, deals so much just raw madjon. Yeah, as I was about to say, one interaction away from dying.
It's kind of scary for you to move around as Chip when, you know, your opponent's strikes sort of sweep half of the screen. Yeah, look at that!
Ooh. That 2H could have been devastating. Could have been the end of madjon, I think. If Fatnuts have just all in onto the combo, yeah, look at this. The ability for Nagoriyuki to do these kinds of combos, now that they're delayed, you know, if you're in a combo, you can do these special moves and the blood will wait a very generous amount of time before it starts ticking up. You can, if you know you're gonna kill by continuing a string going, it's gonna do a lot.
Damn,
Slam down.
even a normal throw does so much on Chip.
Yeah, it really puts into perspective this character's health pool.
Oh, that's gonna be a pop, right? Or maybe? Maybe not.
Oh, I think this is... yeah. Not necessarily a punish, but madjon had just come out of pressing a button and now is getting thrown through the wall. Has a lot of meter to play with, but might not get to do much with it. Oh no! This is the danger zone. Oh, Zansen Roga goes behind in 2H.
It's just, Fatnuts was so long on that guaranteed pop threshold. Not even the super was able to offset the incoming block.
Yeah.
But it takes quite a bit of presence of mind for your opponent to realize things like that.
Oh, close slash, solid hit. madjon actually being able to use that big movement speed to their advantage and get a solid punish on 2H. Goes to the wall, but the difference in damage done is very much there. Chip definitely feels like his combo damage is balanced around how much... oh no. Oh no.
Straight into the blade.
No.
Don't say it's a kill. Yeah, it's not gonna kill.
No. Oof, if it was a kill here, I think Chip would not be as picked as he still is. Which isn't saying much, but yeah. No, I do feel like Chip's combo damage ends up being kind of balanced around the amount of risk gauge that he can build on people. Like, and when you see Chip pressure just be uncontested, it builds up risk very fast, and that's when you see the big combo damage coming off of him.
Yeah, that's really characteristic for a lot of pressure in Strive, actually. Even like simple B&B combos can turn into pretty decent amount of damage. Ooh, nice 6B. Very close to popping, but not quite. madjon really turning it up, looking like they want to take this. At least this game. But there are still a couple of reads to be made, and a couple of deadly DOTs to be avoided. The fast overhead should get the round.
Oh no! Oh no! Hopefully madjon didn't come in. Oh.
Say it isn't so, senpai.
Oh no! Is this just gonna go downhill from here?
No!
Oh no!
With the momentum, the forward moving momentum. Is Fatnuts actually gonna steal this round? The pop.
Oh no! Okay. That was terrifying. I felt for madjon there. I didn't want it to go like this.
I respect that commit from Fatnuts. They wanted to get the last bit of chip damage and risking the pop, but you know, you commit to the poison.
Yeah. You could say when you commit like that, when you play that ballsy, right? As I think is a word for it. It's certainly typical of someone with fat nuts.
That's true. And madjon, super close to taking a game. Oh, yeah, fine.
Yeah, the blue RC.
All right, well, It's a difficult chase from here on out, but considering how well madjon played, you know, the previous couple of rounds, I'm definitely I have an increased amount of, you know, faith here on our, you know, chip hero.
Yeah. Oh, solid cross up with a jump 2K. Tries for another one, but Fatnuts blocks it.
Oh, that was kind of cool. Actually, madjon who's whiffing the air throw there, and Fatnuts following suit. Nice. Catching on the landing and finding. Oh no!
Is gonna hit or have they crossed up yet? They had not. That's gonna be big damage, equaling out the health bars, but as we know, this doesn't mean that much when it's Chip versus Nago. Solid grab. Tempted overhead, goes for the low and finds its way in and gets the round win.
Cool for Fatnuts to realize that the overhead was coming. That was a prime situation to go for a fast overhead. Alright, landing a small swing, but nothing too big so far. Fatnuts really high on blood here. Will have only access to Fukyo for a while. Oh, the nuts, the cojones to press 5P on the face of defeat, potentially against Nagoriyuki. Evening up the life situation, lots of meter hit. Oh no! Even with the RC.
Yeah, trying to go for the grab. Getting a nice solid bit of damage, goes for the jump 2K, but the Beyblade just finds the hit and takes the round win for Fatnuts.
We haven't seen too much of Beyblade this matchup yet as a neutral tool.
I see a lot of Nagoriyukis who aren't as confident in their ability to control blood don't go for it as much now in neutral, but you know, Fatnuts seems to just kind of be going for very aggressive plays with their blood, so I think spending a whole bar of it in neutral feels counterproductive. Oh, the clone gets hit by the super, but original Chip doesn't. If both of them had gotten a hit, it could have been just such an unfortunate situation to be Chip.
Yeah, we've all seen the clips of, you know, big supers hitting both the characters and just delivering a massive one-hit knockdown. Speaking of knockdowns, Fatnuts only needs a couple more.
Yeah, just 2 more rounds away from just winning the whole set.
Nice, good challenge.
Look at that blood going up. I was gonna say, I think it's off right away, but no, just barely.
Fucking professor of arithmetics. This is basically 1 blood away from popping. Yeah, that's what chips do.
Grab up a positional reset, and then going for the slash down. Very nice played. And now, madjon needing this round desperately so that they may not get thrown out of the set.
I think madjon just got thrown out of Genro's on startup. That was interesting. Yeah, that second recon hit, I think it's still minus. And Fatnuts recognizing.
IRC into the burst and the Fukyo back. Power slashed, a safe poke to finish it off. Going into match point situation.
And then at least madjon is gonna get their burst back first, so there's that little advantage, but it might not end up mattering if
I think
Nagoriyuki gets a hit.
There's also a real possibility that whatever combo ends up going for the kill, madjon might just die before they get their burst back.
Exactly. Oh, did they respect? Did they press?
They did. They
Ooh,
did.
what a double up.
This time, they get to go for the offense, tries to go for the overhead cross up. It doesn't hit. Fatnuts is on it.
Oh!
And now the Fukio back Beyblade finds the hit. Fatnuts takes the set.
It is such a Slayer sequence when you see a Fukio backwards, moving out of reach, and then, you know, bolting across the screen, going airborne with Beyblade, and just sweeping the whole hecking screen. Alright, Fatnuts taking it 7-1. And we have one more treat left. So we were talking about the first matchup of the evening, Deknud versus Jalis being hype as heck. But this matchup potentially as high profile as that one. So we have Rygand, Finnish May player, one of the top 2 Mays, the Destroyer class Mays in Finland.
Yeah. Just every time we see Rygand play, there's some hype shit going on.
Against a Faust player that supposedly so we saw heyheylo play their debut match last week, and it's kind of like this guy came out of nowhere, out of obscurity. I want to say definitely has to be one of the top Faust players in Europe. Their Faust play was so convincing last week, and yeah, let's see what Rygand can do here. Rygand does have that one match against Juxtaposer in the past.
Yeah, but it's funny, as we were saying, talking about the Destroyer class Maze, you know. Last week, heyheylo got to play against Zing, and then this week gets to play against Rygand. That's a tough bit of competition to have.
And at the same time, super interesting to see how it's gonna go. It was pretty tight against Zing, and now having to go against the May again. But how's it gonna be against a different May? I feel like Zing and Rygand are very different as players. I think Rygand definitely a little more straightforward, maybe a little less tech heavy, but definitely more, I would say more aggressive for sure. Oh, the 3K finds its mark.
This could be death, and yeah, there it is. It is death.
The classic sequence.
Very back and forth first round though.
Throwing good items right off the bat. That was so smart from Rygand, committing to that dash and making the tracking of the meteors and the teleport miss. But look at that damage from Faust. Oh baby.
Who says Faust doesn't have bombos? Speaking of bombs.
Oh no, missing!
Oh no! But Rygand with a really good awareness of the item, just ready to go on and take it out. Just going back, solid 2p on the bomb.
Oh, heyheylo ended up blowing themselves up once again, but just to make it, wow, the anti-air, 2S. Yeah, Faust has a lot of good anti-airs for different occasions, but a lot of the times you have to pick the right one for the job. And if I recall correctly, heyheylo extremely good at picking always the right anti-air for the job. Trying to defend the airspace. Somehow, heyheylo actually managing to keep Rygand in the corner. Now breaking out of there. Smart, keep blocking against the 2S this time. And that should be it, right?
I'm always scared to say that kills when I see Faust. I really want to say yes, and it does, but there's always that little nagging feeling in your head that just makes you think, you know? Is it just randomly going to not kill?
My heart says yes, but my mind says maybe.
And now we're having just the May pressure happening you know, heyheylo already lost half of their health and piled up so much risk.
Oh, there we go! Finally! The third time's the charm! I think heyheylo took the micro walk forward, making that up dolphin pressure reset miss from Rygand. So,
Up dolphin, May's special that came after, you know, Giovanna's up dog.
this is not gonna kill though.
It absolutely is not. Not after the game before. We got up dog and up dolphin.
Up dog definitely superior animal. Even though up dolphin is pretty good as well. Not quite getting the wall.
Ooh, heyheylo actually able to get that burst away. Throws a lot of good items. Deals a lot of chip damage to Rygand with those meteors. And jump B the wrong way still hits.
Oh,
That was the
Guilty Gear.
first interaction.
Guilty Gear, my beloved. You've shown me the hitboxes of my life. It was a double bomb actually. Ooh, good jump heavy, and of course goes into conversion. That was the other really amazing thing about heyheylo. Just able to hit confirm those jump heavies at very high frequency, and this probably gonna kill. Yeah.
Wow, just a solid conversion from Faust. You love to see it.
heyheylo, who is this guy? The rare Danish player, Faust player out of all things, coming to just dominate these matches. Let's see what Rygand has to say about this. They get to adjust.
Gets hit by the hammer after the 2P.
Good on Rygand, challenging on the... Oh, that was not good though!
Oh no! And it's going to get punished because after the Scarecrow, heyheylo was just able to get a close slash.
This is so close. Not this
And
time.
once again, that doesn't kill. That's the curse, the Faust super curse.
Ooh, side switch. Alright, heyheylo, not in the mood to take the wall break here. Yo, the chip damage coming in. Could have been kind of difficult to discern if it was actually... Wait, what was... The two heavy round start, really? What did that catch? I blinked and I missed it. That's some Naga level shit right there. But with a hitbox that doesn't reach unless you extend yourself into it. All right, I'm into that. The best item that you ever saw.
Hammer.
Ooh, might have been trying to anti-air that heyheylo, but a little too late. Yes, yes, press the buttons. Interrupt the dolphin. Despite what people think that dolphin hitbox is not the greatest thing of all, it's really just a blankable. As long as you have a, you know, hitbox active, it's gonna beat it, and this is gonna kill, right? Yeah, this is gonna kill.
We believe. We have to believe.
Wait.
Oh.
That was a fast RC. Maybe it didn't. heyheylo being cruel and denying us the, you know, the.
It's really
what do you call
interesting.
it?
I've never seen the end screen like that after fast RC.
You know, thinking.
What's the super called?
Well,
It's the wheelchair something.
I think you shouldn't have an opportunity to cancel into RC unless it kills, right? I'm not sure.
Maybe? I'm not even sure. I'm gonna be real with you because I've never seen that situation. Really solid going for the command grab to avoid a horde there, and now getting the afro on May's head. He's able to actually put out a really solid amount of pressure and get the round win off of it with the wall break.
Ooh. The bomb forcing Rygand to respect. Man, heyheylo's neutral is out of this world. Like, I've never
the
seen...
cross of meteors, the classic.
I've never seen Rygand, you know, not approach this little in any matchup before. It's not like he wouldn't want to. It's just the aura that heyheylo is putting out. The space of you shall not pass here is massive.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of unorthodox Faust play that
Yeah, look at this.
that Rygand's just struggling to deal with right now.
It's really. It really fucks you up in a way when every single approach just gets met by a perfect snipe from the opponent. And the items have been working out pretty well as well.
Ooh, solid fishing line. And will be able to run in and get the horde. Getting a mini Faust as well in a way.
Yo, the items are
Ooh,
flowing so
covering the whiff command grab even. Yo, these items are really going in heyheylo's favor today. Just
Oh, as soon as you say that! The self-banana! I mean, you know, there's two sides to every coin.
yeah,
We
I
gotta-
can't say shit as a commentator.
Nice, even just kicks the beach ball.
Oh, solid grab. But goes into the mini Faust who activates right away now, so you have to be very careful. Oh, coming out of my shell. I'm going to combo you into this wall. Crossing up with a bomb. Goes up. Yeah. Rygand's having to just play really careful, but this time...
Look at that timing! Vacuuming Rygand into the corner. Unfortunately, it doesn't end up mattering here. Rygand still finds the frame trap, finds the kill. Finally getting a little bit of success. I think, was that the first round that Rygand actually took? Damn.
I don't know. I think this might just be matchup inexperience from Rygand. Like, how often do you get to play against such good Fausts, you know? Even having
Right?
played against people like Juxtaposer before, it's super difficult to consistently get practice against such a character.
And there's so many different ways to play this character, this Faust. Oh, not able to drift past. Now Rygand has a really good opportunity to put the nail in the coffin for this one. Oh, misses maybe the micro dash. Contesting the horn. Oh, good gold burst.
Oh, gold burst into item super, but only the 50-meter item super. And now the explosion! And, okay, May comes out winning. I thought, wait, it could have been a double KO right there, but no. Rygand just had enough health to get the win.
You said it. After that slash screen, I'm not sure who was gonna come out of that victorious. But that was like, what, 2 or 3 bombs?
It was two bombs and just chaos.
That's a lot of damage. You know, those bombs are not really...
That low slash counter hit. Look at this damage.
Yeah, this is more like the Rygand that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I think Rygand just needed a little bit of momentum now. Yeah, taking the round very swiftly.
Because
And
we
now
are
we'll be
still...
just on the chase, potentially, with the adaptation. Ready to take on heyheylo properly.
Yeah, we're still talking about Faust, so there is a massive damage discrepancy between these heroes. If Rygand gets to ride the momentum, like you said, couple good hits, it's... You know, these rounds are potentially under 10 seconds long.
Absolutely.
Alright, spent the RC here. Wow! Able to somehow sneak in a throw right there. And now the corner pressure game. Yo, the clash! I think heyheylo was trying to challenge there, but didn't get the button active fast enough, unfortunately. This time, Rygand getting the dolphin and getting the kill. And I think somebody did give us info in the chat that heyheylo actually got second place in second place in some sort of tournament, I presume.
Yeah, Copenhagen FGC. I unfortunately don't think I know anyone else who goes to the Denmark locals to get some more insider info, but it would have been cool to get more of those people kind of participating and see them around.
Yeah, that's the thing. We just cross up attempt there. Rygand actually blocking the right way.
You have to respect it. Ever since I've seen that like new Faust tech that people have come out with, you just see so much creativity being put into how the Faust players want to use these set tech, right? Like from the cross up mix, like the using combos on the 5K.
Oh, this time gets the cross up.
Yeah.
Not the cleanest finish, but this is a massive life lead for heyheylo. And Faust is another one of those characters you might end up eating small hits on the way in. Ooh,
yeah, especially if you're having to come across a lot of items. Ooh, and speaking of taking some damage trying to get in, look at that. heyheylo does still have the potential for, yeah, the armor crushing or guard crushing head toss. Putting Rygand in the mixed position where you gotta respect. The exploding afro is so strong this patch, you know. Being able to force a guard crush makes it so much more difficult to fight Faust.
Preemptive 5K. Rygand has the presence of
Rygand
mind.
still captures the trump, but heyheylo was trying desperately with those 5Ds to pull them away from it. Now look at that. Solid conversion.
That
Simple and easy.
The new buffed 5K seems just so strong. It just
Yeah, that was the
controls-
first thing that my local Faust player was really like celebrating about, was just the upgrades to 5K, giving them some real options that just cover some ground.
Yeah, it just seems to perfectly cover that area that you kind of want to usually cover against Mei. Ooh, okay, good block from Rygand. But ready to explode at a moment's notice now, don't guess wrong. Here we go!
Both of these characters with one hit away from death. You go 5P into 2P. Just, you know, sometimes it just catches the hit. The sudden crouch down.
Alright, this time little guy not giving a fuck. Ooh, it's still there though. Time to
Yeah,
block.
just vibing.
Wait, no,
Has
it's just
one
moved
off stream, but it doesn't
traitor.
matter. heyheylo is just saying, I don't need my child right now. All I need is just to keep this pressure going. Too heavy. Finds the hit.
Small happy accidents. We call those drops and he's
Oh
dead.
no! Yeah, that's absolute death.
It's that one thing that you gotta try to avoid. That one thing that Rygand will fish for. The 5 heavy. If you unsuccessfully poke into that, especially in the corner. Yeah, look at that. Oh, the micro walk. I'm so aroused. That's such a good RPS situation. If you're playing it right. Alright, good blocks from Rygand. Closing in, both players have the burst here. Too high! The classic too high burst!
Yeah, especially against Mei. You thought it was gone with the patch, with the buffs to burst and how much it puts you in the air. But no, just heyheylo suffering from that still.
Yo, what is that extension?
Really cool extension, doesn't break the wall with a super, but goes into, oh no.
That was kind of brave for heyheylo on that drift forward. They did see that the 5 heavy is kind of starting up, but probably not sure if that's actually an active frame. Tried to sneak something in there. Luckily didn't take it as a counter hit. Look, that 2P is such a nice round start looking like. Wait, is it the too heavy from Mei? Oh no, yeah, you have to burst that. I call it a big win when you actually manage to get a successful burst against one of those big 5 heavy counter hit starters for Mei.
Yeah, it's always very difficult, especially, you know, because sometimes you're just being juggled so high up, and Rygand has shown this firsthand of being someone who's, oh no,
You traitors!
very mindful of how they're doing their combos to make them as burst safe as possible.
Well, that was kind of cool. Trying to make it cute little left right.
Oh, 2 bombs being thrown off, just out of reach of getting Rygand hit. 5k keeping Rygand away from the trumpet.
Oh, the bomb. Nice! The right response. You can also avoid your own bomb by going into the command grab.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, 6 heavy takes so long to recover that heyheylo wasn't really able to get a wall break off of it, but still managed to find the final hit. Now, 1 round away from going into match point, and Rygand is still having to play from behind here.
Missed conversion there from heyheylo. Oh, Rygand will happily take that horn. Oh, I think.
Oh, gold burst into item super. Oh,
Pretty
getting
neat.
both players hit by the bomb with the 5p. Now starting to go in. Rygand keeps trying to find their way in, but heyheylo has been really good at stuffing these dolphin approaches.
Ooh, nice.
Solid 6p. Yeah, that is the correct response to that. Even though it was given a tiny crumb of disjoint in this batch, it's still very unsafe versus someone who's mindfully pressing 6p at the correct distance.
50 meter available, evening up the life situation now. It's could still be anybody's game. Very late 6p, but ends up working out for heyheylo, and OTG does the job.
Yeah, I was really scared. I was holding my breath there, watching that combo go through, and I was like, is that just gonna somehow leave Rygand in 1 health and not kill? That would have been so tragic, but thankfully it doesn't happen.
Punish? Yeah. Unfortunately, the 3k no longer gives you a hard knockdown in this patch. So especially for Rygand, who loves that tool quite a bit, that's it's definitely a little bit of a L.
Ooh, there's the 5k once again putting in work. This time doesn't get the extension off of the Scarecrow cross-up, unfortunately. Ooh, the Clash 5H and 2H. Unfortunately ending in Rygand's favor. Well, unfortunately for heyheylo, but they still managed to go for the item super, which on the corner is really strong. All the items fall directly on top of Rygand except the trumpet, which thankfully comes in to help out heyheylo.
Oh.
And oh no, that could have been tragedy, but heyheylo with just a solid backdash and a punish on the 3k, sorry.
At that distance, you do still need, 50 to pick that up.
Oh, there's a trumpet coming, there's an item super coming, and Rygand getting hit by the horde.
Oh, aggressively challenging, but the little guy was activated already, and
Yeah, the changes to Mini Faust activation are so good. They help out so much, and also I just realized this was set point. I was just watching the game happen, and heyheylo all of a sudden just had defeated Rygand.
Yo, this guy is nutty.
Yeah, I think having lost against Zing last week, just went into the hyperbolic time chamber, practiced the Mei matchup, and comes back with a vengeance to fight the other titan of the Finnish Mei scene, and managed to take a win. Very well played to both of the players and to all of the other players who played today. No, we had some really good sets.
Yeah, for sure. I really love that. I just still can't get over that. I love that for the Danes. Because, other than heyheylo, I think I can't name a single active Danish player in Strive currently. I can name a couple of Xrd players for sure, but, to have this kind of a beast in their midst. Ooh, baby!
Such a shame we don't get psychedelic pets coming over to Strive and showing that creativity
Right?
that we saw in Strive in Exerd. Maybe if I call out loud enough, we can see some funny Potemkin edits in Strive as well.
Maybe if I close my eyes and pretend it's the good old times, I can see psychedelic pet Potemkin doing some crazy shit in Strive. Hopium. Whew, but yeah, like you said, pretty good games, pretty even games.
Yeah, it
and
was a super sick event today.
From start to finish, it's like you would be like, oh my god, how can we go from here, having that crazy Deknud versus Jalis set for the first match, but you know, some of those other matchups delivered as much. Okay. Yeah. You know how it goes. We do this every week, every Sunday, 5 p.m. CEST. If you want to sign up, do join pretty much any European Strive-related Discord. Most of them will have the sign-up Google Docs posted. If you're not sure which one to join, do join the one on the bottom right corner of the screen that goes to my Discord. That helps me keep in contact with all the players. That said, I think gonna send you guys over to EMEA FGC. They're having a intermediate tournament, or I guess upper intermediate tournament is a good assessment for striving for progress is below is a 1.9k.
Yeah, that's the condition. Is the 1.9k tournament
from the Clicker ratings. Yeah. All right. See you there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commentating once again, Lerkuss. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here. I love the show. I love seeing everyone bring out their A game and play super good sets today, especially. So yeah, thank you for having me, Q.
Yeah.
And yeah,
GG's.
GG's, everyone.
See you there.